Yo, 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 yo. Pyramid plot from the bottom to the peak. Ash weaving lies, truth ain't weak. Naysayers squawking, no new speak. Scheme crumbling, cult shattered, bleak. Promises of wealth, gold feathered truth. On passive dreams, scams hollow booth. Eyes unblind, it's time to sleuth. Escape the web, find proof in youth. Time to bounce, leave the cult zone. Scheme falling, let it be known. Naysayer truth, our daggers thrown. Ashes kingdom, we're breaking the stone. Digital deceit on passive streets. Scams run deep, feel the beats. Investors cry, no way to eat. Unmasking this fraud, no repeats. Ashes words, smoke screen facade. Promises broken, dreams all charred. We've woken up, we're off guard. Breaking free, cut the cord, charred. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Yeah. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Blocks falling, schemes broken, ash got them choking, wallets getting stolen. Promises of gold, dreams been molded, naysayers expose lies, truth unfolded. Naysayers in the streets, ash scam unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking cold, let the truth rattle. Aren't passage a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ashes, empire crumbling into the craze. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking cold, let the truth rattle. Aren't passage a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ashes, empire crumbling into the craze. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking cold, let the truth rattle. Aren't passing a joke, no need for babble. Spinning tales in the dark. Got folks in trance, hypnotized by the spark. Dim truth peeking, find your mark. No riches here, just an empty park. Preaching progress or reality twisted. On passive dreamers, naive and misfitted. Broken promises, karma never resisted. Naysayers stand, tell how we existed. Still you'll catch your time,
Naysayers don't play, we speak what's true. Unpassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in a dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ashes empire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We work, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey,
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? Happy FriYAY to my sayers of nay. It is the day that we get together and we have a lot of fun at ONPASSIVE's expense. So today we're going to be doing our usual. We have our meme review. We have to hear from Tanja this week. She's been a little busy. All right, she's usually busy. It was weird to not hear from her for a while, but we are hearing from her today. We are going to be saying a lot of WTF. And of course, we're going to be watching some awesome videos. And we're going to end it with a story time, like usual. Little bedtime story, if you will. So I hope that you are ready to have a fun stream today with me. Happy FriYAY. We're going to wind down the week with a good old laugh. Albs is in it to scam it, as always. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. And Sam is here, Sam Fusion Tea. And Joe says, greetings, everyone. Time for some fun with ONPASSIVE. That's right. Made it to a live on time today, says Chris. He needs his Tanja fix. Well, you've made it to the right live, because we are going to be doing Tanja today for sure. And Nev is here. Hey, 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 hey. And Violet came in and said, naysayers rise. I like that song. It's like, naysayers rise, we shine so bright. I don't know why I like it so much. Jelly Snack came in with a $9.99 super sticker and said that she was inspired by the super sticker sent on Marty and Chris's stream this morning. So, you know, at least they collect super stickers. As I keep pointing out, not everyone in ONPASSIVE does. So, you're in luck, Violet. You're in luck. So, I think we're going to start it off like we usually do. We like to kind of warm up, if you will, with our fabulous, amazing weekly ONPASSIVE meme review. Yes, our meme review. Our amazing meme review. I cannot wait. It's a good one. So, we're going to start off this week with, it's pretty plain, again, for ONPASSIVE. Good old ONPASSIVE NQ SEO services. It says there in the top right corner. And then KYC. Know your customer. And this was posted by an O founder who claimed that the ONPASSIVE KYC was going to be coming out any day now. Could be tomorrow. Could be the next day. Any day. Any day it's going to be coming out. And I was like, I don't really think so. But I mean, if you want to, like, you know, announce it, I mean, I guess. You know how they do. But it looks like this person here on the right is trying to push it away. So just maybe look out for him. He could be trying to steal things like they claim everyone is. You know? The Jelly Snack equaled all of Colonel Daniel Lee's monthly stickers. That's right. That's right. Didn't Ashmon fail KYC? Know your court-appointed attorney. My favorite chicken, KYC. Joe says, how well do we need to know our customers? Dress size, bra size? Good question. Good question. Because I don't trust their security at all. So it's like, I don't know what we're doing with this, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because allegedly it's coming soon, according to an O founder this week. It'll be any day. Then we have this one. ONPASSIVE, they're running upstairs, or flying up the stairs, I guess you could say. I think it's supposed to be stairs. And the logo is there, of course. It looks like, is that paper clips? Oh, no, I think it's just little round blurbs for a background. Never mind. I thought it was paper clips up there. But then it says, ONPASSIVE, the ultimate opportunity for newbies, strugglers, and professionals. That's right. Are you a struggler? I was like, wait, what is that? A struggler? Are you a struggler? ONPASSIVE, looking for strugglers since 2018. A little insulting, you know? Like, hey, I'm not struggling, you're struggling. So I don't know what we're doing with that. But yeah, if you're a struggler, you found your place here with ONPASSIVE with all the other strugglers. Then we have this one. Again, this one's kind of plain. It's Clippy at the top. He's given up trying to correct ONPASSIVE grammar. Poor Clippy. Someone who takes a month to post a video? Right? So here it says, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. And what kind of pisses me off about this one too is in the top right corner there, it says ONPASSIVE AI. And I know it's supposed to be a tag, okay? Because there's an account on Instagram. As you can see, there's the Instagram thing there. But like some people, I feel like they see that and they go, oh my God, this was made with ONPASSIVE AI. Because for some reason, there's a whole bunch of people in ONPASSIVE that seem to think that ONPASSIVE is making stuff with AI and that all of the marketing materials are made with AI. So I'm kind of like, could we maybe make it more noticeable that it's a tag, you know, and that it's not that it was made by this? But I guess, especially with the strugglers of ONPASSIVE, there is no elevator and you do have to take the stairs. And the stairs just keep going. They go on forever for 7 years. 7 years of stairs. AI is joining in on the memes. Marty has to take an elevator. Yes, with his chair, probably. He's taking the chair, not the stairs. Then we have this one. We have a bunch of the logos at the top, except most of those logos, if you really pay attention, you probably haven't seen before. Because I don't even think that they're ONPASSIVE logos. I think some of them are just kind of random. But it says ONPASSIVE, and I think it's exploding. I think it is exploding. It looks like it's exploding. ONPASSIVE O founders. Let's be clear. ONPASSIVE is producing nothing. Zero. That's right. They have nothing. They have nothing to produce anything with. So they're really producing nothing with nothing. But this one hurts my eyes a little bit. And again, I'm not really sure why it's exploding. Probably because everyone's just so excited after Ash showed up to address them again. Then we have this one, which I guess we're in a dark room for some reason. A library, maybe? A dark library? A library that's not lit well, which does not help anyone read, by the way. So maybe they should fix that. And then this dude's sitting at a computer, I guess, at the library. That's not lit well. And it looks like he's using Ocademy. And for some reason, there's also a projection up on the shelf there of Ocademy, which is a little weird. And it says, learn with Ocademy. But it appears that the only thing that this guy is learning about is Bitcoin. I guess with Ocademy, you only learn about Bitcoin because that is all that is there, is the Bitcoin, the B for Bitcoin. So get ready for that, for when Academy comes out and starts teaching everyone about Bitcoin. Not even Ocoin. Yeah, no, ain't that a bird? Lord, that's not good. The most accurate meme about ONPASSIVE. It is exploding. It is. And not with Bitcoin, by the way. Then we have this one, slightly horrifying. Just slightly. Might be Al, the new Al. Every week, Al looks different, doesn't he? We don't know who Al is. He's any one of these robots that they use. And it says, "Oh, Connect coming soon," and maybe that's the freight elevator. You know? That might be it right there, because I don't know what it is. Or he's just standing on a stage of some kind. But "Oh, Connect coming soon." And then it's like Al, a robot, standing there. I don't understand. I don't understand, because "Oh, Connect" is their video conferencing app. So I'm kind of like, why are you advertising about "Oh, Connect," but then showing me Al? And Al isn't using "Oh, Connect," since allegedly the AI is a real robot. He's just standing there on display, apparently, in like a display case or something. I don't know what they're doing with it. I was hoping it was a freight elevator, but it looks like there's like a motel in the background. It's very weird. But I'm kind of like, if you're going to advertise "Oh, Connect," show us a video conferencing. Show us like the "Oh, Connect" screen or the "Oh, Connect" logo or something. I'm not really sure what Al has to do with the "Oh, Connect." Al has been working on the legs, right? He's buff here. Buff Al. That's what we'll call this one. This one's Buff Al. So again, show a video conferencing app. If you're going to do "Oh, Connect," have something like this. This makes more sense. "Oh, Connect coming soon." Even though this isn't their "Oh, Connect" and what it looks like, it's like this would make more sense than whatever the Al is here, you know? Every day is leg day for Al, apparently. Apparently. So, do this. Speaking of robots, nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel was posted. Many Als. I don't know. Maybe this is all of his crazed ex-girlfriends or something that he locked in a room. I don't know what's going on here, but I know that I'm scared. I know that when I look at this, I feel very uneasy. It says "ONPASSIVE" on a screen in the background, and like the robots look like they're trying to escape. Like they're climbing over each other to try to get out. But the facial expressions got me like, I should be horrified. Like, what is going on here? Why are they looking at us like that? Why? What do they want from me? I'm really scared. These look like crash test dummies. Well, maybe that's what ONPASSIVE needs. Because apparently Ash is getting beat up every day. So, they could throw one of these at the guy instead. Robocide, Violet says. Right. I'm horrified. I'm like, what do they want from me? Hey, ONPASSIVE Chris Johnson. I wonder if they have the jumblies that fire machine guns like in Austin Powers. Oh my. Maybe. All I know is that this is evil. Okay, this is demonic. Whatever is going on with these robots, we need Bob Larson. Jezebel might be in one of them, Bob. We might have found her. Because this is nightmare fuel. And we're not done with the robots. Because now we have this, whatever this is, too. It's the beginning. And when you first look at it, you're like a bunch of robot heads that appear to all be looking at some kind of alien overlord, like Xenu has appeared. Okay? Xenu has come. Scientology must have been right all along. Oh my God. And they're all worshiping him. See him standing there in the middle? For some reason, it looks like we got eagles flying out of the city. So I don't know if he horrifies the birds. That's probably not a good sign. But then upon closer inspection, when you're looking at the robots here in the front, you realize that it's robots made out of little mini robots. And then you're like, I don't know which one is more horrifying, this one or the last one that I showed you. Also, these two big giant heads in the city here, their eyes are creepy. Their eyes are creepy and I don't like it. As soon as Obless is released, I will help people all over the world. God bless. I don't know, but I don't want any because it's probably really laced with something. Okay, I don't want it. Robots are the devil, or they're worshiping him, because I don't know what that is that they're all staring at, but that looks like some kind of alien overlord. You know, like the Galactic Federation of Light sent him to us. It's a joke. So I'm just like, oh no, who are we worshiping here? You know, one of us. But it's, I mean, when you see something like this and you're like, so this is the marketing material you're going with? I mean, tell me it's not a cult. Tell me that this does not look culty. Please, I would love someone to argue that this is not a culty advertisement and then give me all the reasons why it's allegedly not, because I can't think of any. So please, somebody have some. We need an O safe word. We do. And then we have this owl, this robot here. This one that Ash is pointing to very weirdly in the moonlight. Blue moon. I don't know. But I don't know why the moon's there. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. I don't know what the moons... I don't know why they were like, let's post them at nighttime standing in front of the moon. I don't know what made them think of that as their creative choice. But this owl is allegedly the Academy owl robot, whatever. And he's holding a whole bunch of books. O Trim, O Domain, O Mail, O Staff, O Connect, and O Shop. And then, of course, we got Ash there with his lovely burnt hair. And he's pointing at Al, who has very odd hands. I don't know what's going on with his hand there, but maybe he's supposed to be giving a thumbs up. I'm not sure. I think Al is a little scared, okay? Because he's like, why is this man parading me around here and pointing at me like this? Help me. Help me. Save me, please. Help me. So, help Al. And since we're on to the ones now that are showing Ash, I just thought that I would show this one to you. You know, we got ONPASSIVE with the logo, and we have an ONPASSIVE airplane, which I would never get on. I would never get on it. Just like I wouldn't get on Titanic 2, I would not get on an ONPASSIVE airplane. I'm just saying, I don't think that's a good idea. If that ever becomes a thing, do not get on that flight. And then he has like this car in the background with it says like ONPASSIVE because there's like a random one between the O and the N. Not sure what that's about. And then Ash is here with his normal hair. It looks pretty normal in this picture, I do have to say. This is a younger Ash from a few years ago. And it says CEO Ash Mufara ONPASSIVE ecosystem. And then underneath it, it says something that would make Tanja scream. It says ONPASSIVE. So it's ONPASSSIEVE. That's how it's spelled. So wonderful marketing material. I see that the AI is attacking OnPassive again. Maybe that's what they mean. When they're like, all these other companies keep attacking us, they mean that when they try to make AI pictures, it doesn't know how to spell OnPassive. Because this isn't how you spell OnPassive either. So I don't know what this is. That's the weirdest A I've ever seen. It doesn't look like an A. It looks like it's supposed to be an I and an A. Like, it's not even part of the logo. Like, that A is not supposed to be all fancy. If anything, the V would have been the fancy one. Usually they make it look like a person or something, right, with their logo. So I was like, what are we doing to the A here? Also, I don't know what's wrong with Ash's arm. He has Al arm, AI arm. He has AI arm, AI hand. It's looking a little rough. I think he broke his wrist. You know, skin ear tags are not the worst thing he has going on. He apparently has this very dainty wrist here. Tanya's going to yell at somebody, right? It's a tent, which also doesn't really make sense. I'm like, like, what are we doing? It does look like a tent, though, doesn't it? We're camping out OnPassive. Just camping out, waiting for it to launch, I guess. I think it looks like Ash has a big chicken wing. So I like the AI for giving him a big chicken wing here. I like them. They're doing a good job. Fabulous job, AI. Not OnPassive's AI, by the way. The good AI. And speaking of Ash and Al, bow, chicka, bow, wow. No, all right. But that was the first thought I had. See, and here's the tag of the OnPassive AI again. But like I said, people are going to read that and go, oh, it was made with OnPassive AI. No, it wasn't. That's just their tag. All right, that's their Instagram. There's an Instagram thing there. But we have Al here, and it says OnPassive, I think. It's hard to read, though. And then we have this police officer. And it says, you can do anything if you put your mind into it. You can do it, put your mind into it. But again, I can't help but wonder, like, is the police officer supposed to be Ash? Like, it's uncanny. And also, why would we be dressing Ash up as a cop? Like, what are we finally embracing that? Yes, he is the authoritarian leader here. Is that what's going on? But as you can see, it does look a lot like Ash. So once again, I think they're trying to make some AI Ash lookalikes to spread the word about OnPassive. Is he stripping now? Maybe. Maybe that's how he's paying for his SEC lawyer. Maybe that's what we're looking at here, He's just got caught at his other job. Then we have this dude. He looks quite happy on his motorbike here. He put OnPassive founder on it, and he's giving us a big thumbs up. Hopefully he doesn't crash. Please do hold on to the handlebars. Don't be doing that, sir. Be very careful. Be careful. Hello, Susie. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You came just in time to see this guy pull up on his bike. Look at that. He's also riding it in flip-flops, which makes me a little bit worried for him as well. But whatever. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. That's what I'm saying, Susie. It does not look very safe, but it is an OnPassive founder bike, so maybe that could explain it. But at least he looks kind of happy. He's like, yeah, look at me, OnPassive founder, vroom vroom, So there's that. But yeah, it does say OnPassive founder. And it's not like the logo or anything, as you can see. It's just kind of like random lettering on there. They just like stuck it on. They're like, that's awesome. Let's go. Woo! I don't know why. I don't know what it means. It's not like OnPassive gave him the bike. You know what I mean? Like, like they just put a deco on a bike, and then they were like, yeah, I'm so proud to be an ONPASSIVE founder. I put it on my bike. Thumbs up. Look at me go. But he also appears to have a bit of a chicken wing. So, chicken wings for everybody. Then, of course, we have our usual eyesores. Our usual eyesores. ONPASSIVE, we are in it to win it. It's kind of hard to read, especially the bottom in it to win it part. We have good old Ash looking thoughtful. Ash Mufara. 2.0, new chapter. Stay tuned. And then once again, we got a couple tags on this. So I don't know whose it is. It was made by one of them and then stolen by the other one. It does look like Martin was the original person that did it, though. Just saying. His lettering does look like it matches more, but that might not mean anything. You know? Is that Ron Burgundy? He doesn't need a special tag to park in handicap spaces. That's right. Another 70s corn stash. That's right, Joe. They really do like their 70s corn stashes. They do. It's kind of funny. So many of them have one. But it's really hard to look at. I don't understand the background much. It's just like, you know, a lot going on. A lot of fonts again, weird colors. And again, I don't know who this guy is with this corn stash. Then we have this one. ONPASSIVE, always positive. Pankaj Kumar, I believe. Anyway, it must be hard to play music in that. So careful playing in it to win it on that thing. It looks like it's breaking or melting or something. I don't know what's going on. Or someone threw paint on it. I'm not really sure. But clean it up before you go to use it. And then we have another one by him. ONPASSIVE. And see, this is what I mean with the V. They usually make the V kind of fancy like this. And they put a little dot over it. And then one time Ash said that it was supposed to represent a person. You know, that's their head and their arms up in the air like they're excited. So that's what I was talking about when I said that. So it says ONPASSIVE. And then this bird here is thinking 2.0 in front of a bunch of clovers. I guess because, you know, it's St. Patty's Day next. So we're getting ready for that. Yes. I like the way he doesn't even write his own surname with a capital letter. That's right. He puts it with the lowercase even here. He's got a different picture in this one now. A little more clean shaven, I guess you could say. And then we got this guy again. ONPASSIVE, stay tuned. And 2.0 in front of some chess pieces. That's right. That's right. You're welcome, Mr. Level. Yes, 10 people got a membership today from me. So enjoy. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. So this guy seems to think that ONPASSIVE is playing chess, right? He has all these chess pieces there, which kind of go with Ash's background. His surname is Gouda, apparently, yes. I argue, though, that ONPASSIVE is actually playing chess, and they're losing really, really hard against the SEC. You know, you could say that. But again, this is a lot of bright colors. It's like he puts the brightness up to max, and it's just like, whoa. And we have this one, a little nicer on the eyes, you know. Got to give us a bit of a break after all those eyesores. We have ONPASSIVE, coming soon, 2 M's. Big and better. Stay tuned. Patience is your success. And I'm like, well, in that case, they are all successful. They're going by that, I guess. Support Ash Mufara Support Ash Mufara. Violet says they're actually playing Snakes and Snakes. There's no ladders in that game. Just more snakes. Chris says ONPASSIVE is playing checkers while the SEC is playing chess. Exactly. And here we're just very excited about coming soon. You know, just very excited about it. Patience is your success. Which I think they're trying to say if you're patient, you will be successful. But that's not really what that means. So I like to think that they mean patience is your success. That's all the success you're going to have is gaining patience here. Nothing else is going to happen. But don't worry, you'll get some patience, and that means that you're successful. Will be coming soon. And then we have ONPASSIVE, the ultimate 100% automated online business. And like I talked about this week, the fact that they keep talking about being automated and online and all that, and how they're all going to make money from it being automated and doing it all for them and stuff, is pretty much what made them an investment, a security. So it's been great just watching them all week post about that. Well, I was like, yeah, we had that conversation, and they still don't learn. So here we have their old office with the ONPASSIVE logo on it. They no longer have these offices. They only have the P.O. box in Florida right now. And then Ash's home office is basically his office, right? That's all they have. So this building does not exist for them anymore. They don't have any building in Hyderabad. They don't have any building in Dubai. Singapore was shut down. I don't even think Egypt opened. And if it did, it would be under Mohammed Kamal. So, yeah, they really just have the P.O. box. So there's that. But for some reason, they keep posting the buildings up. Like, yay, look at us. We have a building. Not that it meant anything before. It's not like it legitimized the company or brought them their products before, right? They were just there to be like, look at us. We have buildings. Those lights aren't on anymore. Exactly. And maybe neither are their lights. So this week, something interesting happened with Lynn Nakamoto from Rob Lynn Live. Posted up on her Facebook right here with a link, worldpolicesummit.com/sponsors, and said World Police Summit, May 13th to 15th, 2025. ONPASSIVE is a media sponsor. And then as you can see, she posts a screenshot where it's talking about how ONPASSIVE is their media partner. And it has a little blurb from their old website, which explains what ONPASSIVE is, right? Egypt never got furniture delivered, so it never opened. Lynn Wackadoodle. That's right. So this was posted, and this wasn't the only thing that was posted about it, by the way. There was a couple of videos that were posted and quite a bit of buzz about this. I feel like Lynn just added to it, if anything, when she then posted this on her Facebook. And so everyone was like, oh, look at us. We're going to sponsor the World Police Summit. Blah, 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 blah. You know, going on about it, sharing it all around. It was going everywhere. So I went to the link that Lynn posted. And sure enough, I was met with this page. This page here, which looks like it is the World Police Summit webpage that is listing the sponsors. Right? Okay. Right? It's your favorite scammer. Well, hello there, Megan Lynch. Lynn, are you stealing Rob's pain meds? It's actually there if you go to the link, right? So if you follow the link, as I'm showing right here, it does actually say this. So it has media partner and it shows ONPASSIVE listed as their media partner. So I was like, oh my, what's going on? Are they going to be the media partner again? But here's the thing. When ONPASSIVE was the media partner for the World Police Summit the last time, they were the media partner because of O Media. They were the media partner because of ONPASSIVE Technologies LLC. Not because of ONPASSIVE LLC. And as you guys know, ONPASSIVE Technologies LLC is not owned by Ash Mufareh. That one is owned by Mohammed Kamal still, right? It's also the one that their bank accounts got frozen by the Bank of UAE, and the Dubai police are also looking into it. You know? So that's who did the sponsorship with the World Police Summit the last time. It was technically with their O Media, which again was run by Mohammed Kamal and Dr. Susan, as they call her, Professor Susan, but they keep calling her doctor over and over again, and she claims she has her master's. Anyway, so I went and I was like, okay, yeah, they could totally be sponsoring it. It's listed on their website. It does appear to be so. So I was ready to come on here and let you guys know that as of right now, it is listed on the website. And maybe we should wonder what's going on, because isn't the Dubai police also investigating this place? So like, what's going on here? And then Lynn posted this. The main website does not show the names of sponsors. Thank you, those who brought this to our attention. And so what it is I believe that is somehow the old link, possibly, for the past. Or for whatever reason, they are sponsoring it as the media partner again this year, because maybe the last time they signed some kind of contract where they would do it for a few years or something, right? But the thing is that it's not the ONPASSIVE that Lynn is in. Lynn is in Ash Mufareh's ONPASSIVE, right? And the ONPASSIVE that would be the media partner would be Mohammed Kamal's ONPASSIVE. So then I went back to the World Police Summit website and did a little bit of digging, and like there's another sponsorship page, and it only lists one sponsor right now, and that's it. So I'm thinking that might be the new page that's supposed to list the sponsors, and that's kind of what Lynn is showing here now. So that's what I was thinking, but didn't the WPS remove all references to ONPASSIVE before the summit ended? Yes, they did. They did. But as I said, I don't know if the link that they got to go to it originally was that updated link, or if it's a skeleton of the site before that. I'm not really sure. So what I'm going to chalk this up to is, either way, it is not Lynn's ONPASSIVE, right? Not Lynn's ONPASSIVE. So if they are a media partner, then it would be probably a continuance of the last time, again, through Mohammed Kamal's ONPASSIVE Technologies LLC, not Ash Mufareh's ONPASSIVEs. So that's why Lynn is also like, oh, oopsie. Oopsies. This isn't us, guys. Never mind. So both might be right. Do you get what I'm saying? But as of right now, I am unsure. But I have reached out to the World Police Summit. I have reached out to them, and I have inquired So if they do get a hold of me and let me know any more information about what is going on with this, then I will let you know. And do not worry, in my inquiry, I also sent proof of the investigation into ONPASSIVE Technologies LLC run by Mohammed Kamal, just in case the Dubai police forgot or something. Because here's the thing, the Dubai police are not the ones that are putting on the World Police Summit. The people that put on the World Police Summit are a third party. Okay, they're not even really they're not the police either. They're basically like an event planner that puts on conferences and parties and that kind of thing. Is basically what it is, right? So they are the ones that are in charge of the sponsorships and yada yada. So they might not be aware. So I did send them an email and let them know the other day, yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before. I sent them a couple of emails. I want to make sure it went to every single email I could find for them. Again, if I hear from them, and Chris said he also sent an email, so if he hears from them, then we will let you know. As of right now, though, I think we can chalk this up to, if they are sponsoring it, it's probably a continuance of a past contract. I'm not sure. And if they're not, then, well, Lynn's corrected herself at least. So there's that. The only issue is that there are still other ONPASSIVE founders who are going around saying, oh, we're sponsoring it. And nobody knows right now, not even them. So hopefully this gets out that Lynn posted this, and then they can stop doing that until we know exactly what's going on with all that. And I feel like if they were sponsoring it, like Ash would have mentioned something about it when we just saw him. Like that would have been a great announcement to make. So I'm a little bit like, I don't know if they are, because I mean, they really needed something to kind of get everyone all excited about this thing again. And announcing this sponsorship would have been great, right? Like, I don't know why Ash wouldn't have done that. Mind you, as we know, Ash doesn't do the normal things that you would do as a business owner if you were doing a sponsorship like this. You get what I'm saying? So we can't even really go by that because, like, it's Ash. So even if he was sponsoring it, he probably was still dropped the ball on bringing it up, So, but I'm just kind of like, it would have to be a continuance of their past contract. And then again, that would be with Mohammed Kamal. And maybe that's what they're doing. So I will let you know as this continues on and we find out more information. On to more memes. Love my CEO. Ironic. World Police Summit in Scammerland, aka Dubai. Yeah, and it was there the last time too. So kind of interesting. Hello, Mal. So this is another one. ONPASSIVE is allegedly 2 words now. You can just hear Tanja screaming. And it says, bridging you successfully in 2025. 2025, in case you didn't get the year the first time. And it's like this arm writing in a notebook. It says passive, and there's like, I don't know, Athens. The bridge leads to Athens, but it's passive Athens, not ONPASSIVE, just passive. And there's a lot of people just kind of hanging out. I'm not really sure what bridging you successfully means. Not sure what that really means. Not sure what that means at all. So any suggestions on what they could mean by that would be great. I'm not sure what they're bridging us with or what that really means. Bridging as a verb is kind of creepy to me, but they're bridging us successfully. So we might want to find out what that means. And then I kind of have another question, like, where does this arm go? It just kind of merges into this person here. Is it that guy's arm? Like, does he have a giant arm coming off of his leg or his hip? What is going on with this? This is actually horrifying. Okay? This is getting a little horrifying. I don't like it. And it's not even passive. It's more like possessive. And then I don't know what these people are sitting on. You know, like, are they floating on the clouds, Susie? I don't know. It appears like these two at the top are, but this guy at the bottom just seems to be levitating. Like, I don't know. I was kind of like, what are they doing down there? What's going on? It's horrifying. You know, they're just kind of levitating there in the clouds, in the heavens, with good old Jesus. So that's good for them, I guess. Then we have this one, which looks like they're trying to escape on passive. And then it says, you can't stop someone who is hungry for a better life. That's right. You can't stop someone who is hungry for a better life. But it looks like why are they running away? Like they look horrified. They're getting into this Jeep here, and they're like, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. This helicopter is not going to catch us. You know? Get to the chopper. This one's your favorite. Sheesh, what the hell? It's the best marketing material ever, they say. Is it just me, or are the memes more acid trip than usual today? No, they might be. They might be violent. They might be. So, yeah, they're trying to escape. This one's also made by ONPASSIVE AI. Today's meme review brought to you by ONPASSIVE AI. You can't stop someone who is hungry for a better life. And I'm like, are you giving us a better life? Because I feel like they're trying to escape whatever it is that you had going on. And then you sent this helicopter to come after them. You're like, FBI, Ash, stop! It could be that too, you know. It could be the FBI chasing down ONPASSIVE. I mean, it's all up for interpretation. That's a great thing about art, isn't it? I like to think that no matter what, though, this guy on the scooter is definitely getting away. You know, he's over here like, beep, beep, won't catch me, mofo, I'm out. Peace. He's definitely getting away from the chopper. The chopper will not get him. He's getting away scot-free as an ONPASSIVE founder. Maybe that's why you need to join ONPASSIVE, so that when the FBI comes to chase you down with a helicopter, you can jump on his scooter and get away. And that is it for this week's amazing episode of ONPASSIVE Meme Review. So yeah, that was fun. It was a little bit more crazy than usual. They're, you know, keep trying to one up the last ones they've done. So maybe that's why. It's the black helicopters. It is. It is. So it could very much be the FBI, you know? Choo choo, motherfucker. Well, you know, that's a train. Close enough.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
I guess it's close enough as a train. We didn't get a train this week. We usually do. Oh, it's been a long time since I thought of the black helicopters. But yeah, I don't know why I keep thinking that we're going to run out of memes, because we're definitely not going to run out of memes at all. And I thought that it would be fun if this week, if we just kind of traveled back in time a little bit to a few months ago, back to a John White and Bill Must video that I did not react to for some reason, called ONPASSIVE, the Ultimate Way to Success.
Is our vehicle to success. ONPASSIVE is on the road that all its founders are on, which leads to total success. The success that we have in doing all that is humanly possible to make this world a better place.
All that is humanly possible? By waiting around and talking on webinars? You don't even like crowdfund for things, although you are kind of crowdfunding right now for an oak founder going through a hard time. And the funny thing is about that is like, see, you don't need Obless to do that. I'm just saying. But it's like, what are you actually doing to make the world a better place as ONPASSIVE? Being ONPASSIVE. What are you doing during those webinars? Really, though.
We have come together from all parts of the world to the road that only a few have traveled upon. ONPASSIVE is taking
Wait, I thought there was 1.4 million people in this company.
us on this road around sharp curves, straightaways, climbing mountains, through valleys, through torrential rains, snow, blizzards, sleet, black ice.
Are you in Canada? Like, what's with the weather? What's going on? Hello, Danny DeHeck. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Why are we driving through a snowstorm right now? Like, I don't... Okay, I guess that's the obstacles that Ash has to face. But it's more like if he controlled the weather, you know?
Freezing cold, blazing hot weather, and every element on our road that could...
Wait. Hold on. You're climbing mountains. All right, other than the sharp curves and all that. We got mountains, valleys. Then we have rain, snow, blizzard, sleet, black ice, freezing cold, which can all go together, by the way. Trust me, I'm in Canada. It can rain and snow at the same time. It can even rain on one side of the road and snow on the other side of the road. I've literally seen that. But then the next thing is blazing hot weather. So I'm like, okay, like, I guess not all at the same time. You know, but you make it sound like the same time until we get... Anyway, it's just a lot of weather. We're dealing with a lot of weather, I guess.
Make ONPASSIVE take a detour or exit from the road. There have been man-made technology barriers from the enemy within, and despite those things, ONPASSIVE has stayed the course.
We're not talking about us. We're not the enemy within. We're the enemy from outside. They forgot hurricanes, typhoons, right? Earthquakes, tsunamis. You know, they got to get Megan Lynch over there to start teaching them about tsunamis.
There may have been some who might have wanted to get...
They're going to list every weather condition, apparently. At least all the cold ones they did. Who the hell keeps creating all these videos for them? Surely they're not intelligent enough to edit these themselves. It's like an AI that they get. There's a few AIs out there where you can put like prompts in and they'll come up with the video for you. So I believe that they do that. They might write the video themselves, but this one is a John White and Bill Musk production, and they make a good portion of the marketing materials here.
Out of ONPASSIVE because of fear and doubt, because they thought that ONPASSIVE could not do the job of getting us to the place called success.
Oh, I'm so sick of this story. I'm like, can you guys rewrite history again and come up with a new story for what happened? Because I'm getting sick of this story. Like, oh, everyone in the world is our enemy and they're all trying to stop us from being successful because we're going to all be successful and save humanity. And humans don't want us to save humanity for some reason.
Then they started to notice how carefully ONPASSIVE was traveling down that road to success.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what they would be thinking if they watched this journey the last 7 years. They would be like, oh, wow, ONPASSIVE is being really careful. I'm sure that's the conclusion they would come to.
They did not see any other company on that road. They wondered...
Because no one else dare venture down that road to start a company like they did. Okay, they did everything wrong. Why would you? Don't you know that John White and Bill Musk are expecting a huge payday for all their videos for 7 years? That's what I mean. Like, they probably really do believe that. You know, and I'm like, okay, so you might be building somewhat of a YouTube following, But again, that would be contingent on you just posting on passive videos every single day, all the time. So if this thing never launches, are we just going to be here posting these videos forever? Lord.
Why is that so? Then they saw the reason. No other company has been built to navigate this road to success but one.
Where was the reason? Did we miss it? When did they see it? How come they got to see it before we did? What? We're keeping a close eye. What the hell? Giant ass adult diaper says, I hear they are trying to fill me up. Go ahead, I can take it. That's right.
ONPASSIVE. No other company has ever cared and loved its people like ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is safely getting everyone to that place we love called success.
Ew.
ONPASSIVE will not lose anyone traveling with it.
Imagine you're like at work one day and then your boss comes up to you and he's like, listen, I'm going to need you to get that report to me a little bit earlier. And by the way, nobody has ever loved you like me and my company have loved you. You'd be like, all right, so instead of doing that report, I'm going to start typing up my 2 weeks notice now.
People all over the world are starting to realize that the road that other companies are taking them is not their road to success.
Whose road is it? Because it's allegedly not yours either.
They are leaving those companies to come aboard ONPASSIVE, the company that is on the right road to success.
So every other company in the world is on the wrong road to success, even though they all make billions of dollars in the tech industry. There's several companies that make tons of money there, but they're all doing it wrong. You're the ones that are doing it right with your shut down offices, your lawsuits, owing employees wages, and not paying your bills. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right. People have been doing business wrong the whole time.
The driver behind the wheel of ONPASSIVE is its maker, Mr. Ash Mufareh. Mr. Mufareh knew how to build ONPASSIVE to take all its passengers to the land
never
of
got his license, okay? He never learned how to drive, and we're about to crash.
success. Almost 1,400,000 are passengers on the ONPASSIVE vehicle. Can we say thank you, Mr. Ash Mufareh and his family, and the new dynamic technology team that he has hired to permanently remove all the road blocking that has been slowing ONPASSIVE down?
Yeah, by September of 2024, all of their techs had been let go at both offices. Ash claimed that he was going to have some techs stick around, but he didn't pay anybody. Okay, so they were all waiting for 9 months to get paid, and then they were told, okay, we're letting you go now. And then like a few of them were asked to stick around, but would you have said yes if you were them? There's no office for them to be at to work at either. So are we supposed to believe that there's a few hardcore technicians in this thing who are like, even though this man just fucked over my whole life the last 9 months, all right, made me homeless, made it so that I couldn't eat, I am going to work for him for free from home, the home I'm about to lose because I haven't been able to pay rent in 9 months, in order to get these products done for him. That's what you want us to believe. And it's like, I can't. I can't. And that's why it's been months with nothing being done.
This quote of Mr. Ash Mufareh left all of ONPASSIVE stunningly out of our minds.
Right? They're like, here's some inspirational, motivational music. Let's go.
The quote made at a webinar on Monday, August 15th, 2022 was a milestone moment.
Jesus Christ, that was a while ago. This video only came out a few months ago. Why are you talking about back then?
Watch out, World ONPASSIVE is about to let what has been building up for the last 4 years out to shake up the planet.
Yeah, exactly. You said that way back in 2022 when it was only around for 4 years, right? Now it's been around for 7 years and you still haven't launched. Thanks for reminding us, I guess, of a failure, another failure.
August 15th, 2022.
Oh wait, there's the earthquake.
ONPASSIVE is moments away from getting us to our target. Each passenger will soon safely get to their success, despite all the things that we faced on that road. We are glad that we trusted Mr. Ashmafare and ONPASSIVE to get us there.
Can you just wait until after April of 2026 and then decide if you're really glad that you trusted Mr. Ashmafara? Just a suggestion. Also, what is this giant hand here? This is horrifying.
We founders will feel the joy of being successful. How sweet is that?
Wow. Oh my god, what was that AI voice? Did you like type in the prompt, like, try to say this extremely feminine and sweetly? How sweet is that? The rest of it is like this, and then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, how sweet is that? That was actually gold. Let me hear it again.
Successful. How sweet is that?
How sweet is that? Not very sweet. Not very sweet at all. It's actually kind of angering at times. Is that it? Coming soon. At least there's only one M. And in that one. Coming soon since 2018. For real, though. For real, it's been coming soon since 2018. It really has. And, you know, it's going to keep on being that way. Like, I really don't think much is going to be happening between now and the court case, of course. Not much can really be happening. I mean, like I just said, they don't have a tech team. They don't have any offices. So, like, no products are being worked on. There are no technicians, right? And, like, what else are they going to be doing? So it's all just buying time right now and trying to keep these people hooked in and prolong it until after the SEC. Then they think they're going to win, and they think that come then, they'll win the court case and then everything will be fine. And then apparently they'll be able to open up all their offices again and get a tech team and build everything. But I mean, reality is going to say otherwise, because even then it's a bit like, okay, but you're already way behind. But anyway, and their products aren't the greatest. So as always, it is now time for our fabulous, amazing dance break.
With the human touch, connected together we mean so much. Never a doubt in the fire of his soul. ONPASSIVE's dream, gonna make the whole world roll, roll. Because we're there, we feel in your vibe. Unstoppable force like a rising tide. One vision, one dream, we all strive. Humanity's touch, keeping hope alive. With a heart so bold, every story that's yet to be told, from the core of his soul to the outer reach, ONPASSIVE love that he's ready to teach. Stop with an ONPASSIVE, coming back real soon. Touch your hearts every day under the moon. Passionate a passion like fire in his eyes. Vision so clear, reaching out to the skies. Bringing the future with a human touch. Connected together we mean so much. Never a doubt in the fire of his soul. ONPASSIVE's dream, gonna make the whole world roll, roll. Cause we're there, we feel in your vibe. Unstoppable force like a rising tide. One vision, one dream, we all strive. Humanity's touch, keeping hope alive. Technology with a heart so bold. Every story that's yet to be told, from the core of his soul to the outer reach. ONPASSIVE love that he's ready to teach. Hand in hand we stand as one. Unstoppable train, our journey's begun. Ash leading us to the great unknown. ONPASSIVE's love will never be alone. Humanity unstoppable train, our journey's begun. Ash leading us to the great unknown. Unpassive love will never be alone. Never be alone. Because we're there, we feel in your vibe. Unstoppable force like a rising tide. One vision, one dream, we all strive. Humanity's touch, keeping hope alive. Hand in hand we stand as one. Unstoppable train, our journey's begun. Ash leading us to the great unknown. Unpassive love will never be alone.
Unpassive's love will never be alone. You heard it here first. Or I guess you heard it on Bill Musk first. So then you heard it here. So there's that. Now, speaking of promotional material, as you guys know, Julie has been doing a lot of promotional material. So we're going to have to pick on Julie for a moment, okay? Because she's uploaded a couple that I want to go through. So the first one's kind of funny, and it's called Near Ink versus Near Light. But then the second one is not as funny. So we'll do the funny one first.
Thì đen, gần đèn thì sáng. Near ink, you become black. Near light, you become bright. This ancient Vietnamese idiom holds a timeless truth. The company you keep and the environment you immerse yourself in shape who you become. Just as ink can stain your hands, the negativity and toxic energy around you can leave a mark on your heart and mind.
Yes, just like ink can stain your hands, negativity can leave a mark on your mind. So be careful who you're around.
But just as light can illuminate the darkest corners, surrounding yourself with positivity, support, and like-minded individuals can help you shine brighter and reach your fullest potential.
Yes, but you shouldn't only surround yourself with those people, right? You also want to surround yourself with some people that maybe are a little different than you, have some different views, learn things from people. What color is your hair if you spill ink on it? Whatever color the ink is, I guess.
In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in negativity, doubt, and uncertainty. Sometimes we find ourselves surrounded by voices that discourage us, environments that drain us, or people who bring us down instead of lifting us up.
Like a cult or a pyramid scheme, right?
But we have the power to choose our surroundings, to surround ourselves with people who inspire us, challenge us to grow, and empower us to be better versions of ourselves.
Yes, but actually do that. They don't just pretend that they're doing that, but really they're just manipulating and indoctrinating you into a cult, right? Like we've talked about, the personal development that you do in these MLMs is not the same as like actually working on yourself. It is personal development to make you conform to the cult, not to actually make you grow and learn as a person,
Just like the light that chases away darkness, the right community can help guide us through tough times and illuminate our path forward. Let's focus on building a community where we can all be the light for one another, a place where kindness, support, and positivity are the foundations.
Now, nothing would be wrong with this if, again, that's all you were doing here. There's nothing wrong with wanting to build a nice, supportive community where people are all into the same thing. Hello, I'm on YouTube. We have our own. It's called the Naysayers, right? We are the Sayers of Nay. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, what are you doing it for? Do you have some other intent in it? Like, oh, come join our family, our lovely community. But then once you get there, you find out that actually you have to pay $97 to buy into a pyramid scheme. Right. And then you got to buy these products and sell this stuff. And they do the same with the businesses because they're like, oh, well, we want small businesses to come and be with us. But then if somebody joins another business in this thing, they flip out at them because you're only supposed to be in ONPASSIVE. Otherwise, you're not loyal to ONPASSIVE. They don't want you cross promoting and all that. Right. It's like a trick just to trick you into coming into ONPASSIVE and then staying here. So is it actually a community that you're building? No, it's a cult you're building. Make sure that you're building a community and not a cult. Okay, people shouldn't have to appear to show their loyalty. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that everyone comes every week and hangs out with me, especially on Fridays. But it's not like I take an attendance and then if they're not here, something will happen to them. You know, like, is it an obligation? Because then you're getting into weird territory. Even if you're like having your mods, you know, you're doing like mod meetings and you're telling them they have to be at so many live streams or something. Like, that could get very, very iffy and lead into some culty territory in itself. And we've seen that happen on here over and over and over again, where YouTube communities have basically been turned into cults of personality around the creator. So again, it can happen in every community of every single kind. And on my community tab, I'm really trying to post about all of the different cults that there are, because there's different kinds of cults and blah, 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 blah. A lot of people think cult, they just think religious compound like Jonestown, or they think of Children in God, or maybe they think of Scientology, but they don't realize all the other cults in other categories like political cults, or even just cults of personality that are out there. And so, you know, we're trying to spread awareness about that and go, you know, they're all the same. They're all the same. They all do the same thing to people. All right. No matter what kind of cult you leave, you tend to leave in the same sort of, with the same heart, you know, no matter what one you're in. So anything can turn into a cult, even just a fun little community on YouTube. So it's like, if you're building some kind of echo chamber, no one can speak up and correct you if you're wrong or you misspeak or something. You know, just kind of look for that. And then, is it a good community that is actually going to help you grow? Or, again, is it just going to help you be more indoctrinated into that community?
In such a community, every member feels empowered to grow, to shine, and to be the best version of themselves. When we surround ourselves with people who lift us up and encourage us to be better, we not only become better ourselves, but also inspire those around us to reach their own greatness. By embracing this principle, we can create a ripple effect of growth and positivity. A strong, vibrant community isn't built on individual success alone. It thrives
Well, that's good. It's not built on success.
when each person lifts the others up. By nurturing a culture of encouragement, trust, and kindness, we can build stronger connections, foster lasting relationships, and create a space where everyone feels seen, valued, and supported.
Do they, though? Do they? I feel like some people are more supported than others. You know, there's a hierarchy here, if you will.
So let's surround ourselves with the light. Let's choose to be the light for others.
This AI is awful. It doesn't know how to read at all.
Together, we can build a community that empowers, inspires, and brings out the best in each of us. Because when we lift each other up, we don't just brighten our own lives, we light the way for everyone around us, creating a brighter, stronger future for all.
Creating a brighter, stronger future for all by going to webinars every day. Wow, I guess for personal development, you just got to sit there and watch motivational YouTube videos. And then I love this at the end. Stay in touch.
Stay in touch. www.coolaihub.com. Thank you for watching.
You're welcome, Julie. You're welcome. So that was a little bit like, oh, well, that's an interesting take on, yay, we're finally embracing that we're just really a community and building a cult. But then the other day, Julie posted another one that made me go, Julie Wynn, what are you doing? What are you doing, Julie Wynn? Have you not been paying attention to me getting upset at people using faith manipulation to promote ONPASSIVE? Because this is what you did the other day.
Lift our voices in prayer. Let's dwell on the promises of God. One thing to know and love about our God is that He is a promise keeper. When He promises us something, He will see it through. He will not fail us or let us down or change his mind about what he has promised us. So when we were in a low place and we feel like we've hit a wall and there seems to be no way through, declare God's promises over ourselves. Don't let the negative things that are happening in our life stop us from believing that God will come through for us.
Julie, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we connecting religion so heavily to ONPASSIVE on your channel now too, Julie?
Don't let those things stop you from declaring what God has promised you. In the book of Psalms we read, "For
Psalms? In the book of Psalms. Okay.
your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. You rule throughout all generations. The Lord always keeps his promises. He is gracious in all he does." Psalm 145 verse 13. God made sure to put the scripture in the Bible with great intentions in mind.
Yeah, no, he was like, I'm doing this so that people will use it to promote their pyramid scheme in 2025. I'm sure that's exactly what he was thinking, Julie.
Not only do we serve an everlasting God that has and will forever reign, but also always keeps his promises.
Are you talking about God, like up above, or Ashmufara now? I don't know. I'm having trouble figuring out which one you mean when you say God these days, you know?
God already knew that it can be hard for us as humans to hold on to his promises in the generation and world that prefers immediate results. God already knew that people may fail us, loved ones may disappoint us, and our circumstances may change in ways that can challenge our faith to believe that the promises will come to pass.
Welcome to life, Julie.
God already knew that it is even hard for us as humans to make and keep promises.
Oh, you mean like how it's hard for Ashmufara to make and keep his promises of launching this thing or releasing products or something happening really, really soon? Won't be a matter of months, weeks. It'll be a matter of days, right, Julie? It's interesting that you bring out the religion and all the talk about forgiveness and how hard it is for people to keep promises when the one person who seems to not be able to keep promises the most out of everyone is Ashmufara.
But that's not the case for God. God is not man that he should lie, or son of man that he should change his mind, as he said. And will he not do it, or has he spoken, and will he not fulfill it?
So are you saying that God has said that he will make ONPASSIVE come? We still going with that only God can stop us? And God sent Ashmufara down to earth to create ONPASSIVE and save all of humanity? Are we still going with that, Julie?
Number 23 verse 19. Under no circumstances must we put God in the same boat as us humans, because when we do that we attach all the weaknesses that we have to him, and that is simply not the case. He's not a man, he's God, he has no weaknesses.
Well, okay then. Jeez. What do you think about me? I don't even believe in him, so there.
He doesn't get tired or weak. He does not lie or changes his mind. He never fails, never mislead, and never gives up, so why not?
So this is the thing, though, is that you're making it seem like because of me, Letitia's gone. I didn't realize I was Gail. I'm her mother? I didn't know. Oh my God, poor me. I should probably just end it all now then. Because let me tell you, if my daughter ever turned out like that, I don't know why it would be my fault, Carlos. I think you will have to take that up with his mother, with her mother.
Trust and believe in him to make the promises he has promised us to come to pass.
Okay, again, with this, it's like you're saying this about God, but it's like I know that you're implying it about Ash. Right? Like it's all like, oh, well, God doesn't break his promises. So even though Ash did, it's okay. God's like, God is back. Like that's the message here. Right? You know, we're just doing what we're told to do all the time. Reading between the lines. Like it's just so angry because they're not even hiding it anymore. It's almost like they saw Vibe do it. They were like, all right, well, we might as well just start doing it with the religions, just full on. You know, like it was always, they've always used the faith manipulation thing, but it was more hidden, you know, more subtle. Now they're just going right for it. Julie's like, Full speed ahead.
Abraham and Sarah went through a lot as they waited on the Lord to fulfill what he promised.
So now you guys are Abraham and Sarah. Lovely. Great.
It was not easy standing on God's promises in spite of what his circumstances looked like. God promised him a son, even though he knew Sarah was barren.
This is a very bizarre comparison to make. And also, Julie, you may want to know that on the platform here on YouTube, people don't like it when you use pregnancies or difficulty getting pregnant in any way. All right? Unless you're coming on here and you're doing some kind of vlog where you're sharing your own story of going through it in hopes of helping other moms. All right? People don't tend to bring it up. We don't use analogies like this on the platform because it can be very triggering. And I know there's some people out there who are like, well, I don't care what triggering. But there's just certain things that we like to be mindful of. And bringing up things like this and words like barren can be considered that, like, it's just, they don't like that. It's like an insult, the word barren, you know? So we try to stay away from that. We also try not to like use that in a way. I myself have had losses that I don't want to get into, but it's not like, so I understand. I understand people not wanting that. Okay. I was lucky. I got my rainbow baby. There are people out here that maybe were not as lucky as me. And so when they see something like this that brings this up, it can be a little bit upsetting. So maybe in future, be more mindful of the stories that you're choosing for things like this, because most people would look at this and they would go, this is a really weird comparison. Like comparing this story of wanting a baby and like not being able to have one and like looking to God for it, to comparing it with like being in on passive and wanting products. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's very different and people are not going to like that. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Not cool, Julie. Not cool. That's right. Did Queen say something to make you lose Letitia? Or did Letitia get involved with ONPASSIVE and lose her money? Letitia is a crazy lol cow who's in and out of jail and is quite well known here for trying to murder her child. Okay? Been watching this go on for years on here. There's some people that I've just been following for years, and she's one of them. Okay? She recently went to jail because she lost her fiance, ended up at her mom's house, went into a complete psychosis, streaming nonstop on the internet, and then her mom wanted her to return home and take back her house and called the police on her. I'm not sure what any of it has to do with me, other than I watched parts of the live stream when it was going on, because Letitia knows who I am, unfortunately, and we've had words. So, okay, sometimes I try to be a good person. Letitia got herself sent back to jail. Hopefully she'll take her meds. Exactly. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with me. Like, literally, couldn't have less to do with me. It's like, it was her family that did that. And they should have. They should have done that.
And then time passed by and they got older and older. They were in a situation where it seemed impossible for God's word to be fulfilled, for his promises to come to pass.
See, this is what I mean. Like, just not a good story to choose, Julie. I understand what you're trying to do. And there is a difference in culture here, to be fair. Like, Julie probably doesn't understand why this is not a great story to use. And I understand that. Just, I'm trying to let you know, Julie, in future, bad example.
but they never gave up. They kept trusting in God, and this is what the word tells us. The Lord visited Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he has promised. And Sarah conceived and brought Abraham a son in her old age at the time of which God has spoken to him. Genesis 21 verses 1-2. The Lord will visit you too. Even though it seems impossible for God's promises to be fulfilled in your life at this time, keep declaring what he told you, keep holding on to his promise, and don't throw in the towel.
So this is when it really does become about unpassive. So now we're not just like comparing your relationship with God to waiting around, but we are straight up saying, like, you know, God's promise to Sarah is similar to God's promise to you with unpassive. So don't give up on us. You know, we're still here. We're here and we're using God again. An angel says, but also Abraham, Sarah didn't trust God. First, Abraham raped Sarah's maidservant and got her pregnant. Hagar was so scared she fled to the desert afterward, and Ishmael was born of Hagar. Yes. So not only that, but the story is wrong, and it doesn't make sense at all. There was no reason for this. There was just no reason for this story. It's a bad story to pick for a million reasons, right? Because it doesn't have the happy ending. Again, not great to compare pregnancy to waiting around for products and unpassive. Like, there's just a lot going on here in this video that Julie needs to, like, go and take a moment and reflect on, I think. Julie looked back at the city of Sodom and her hair turned to salt. You know what? It is true. Her hair's going very gray. If my wife gets pregnant, I'll have a heart attack. Right? Joe heard it. She got pregnant in her old age, and Joe was like, oh no, oh no. I don't want that happening to me. Me either, Joe. Me either. Lord, no thank you. This is why there is nonstop war in the Middle East. The warring of brothers Ishmael and Isaac, according to the Bible. Yes, that is the Bible war, if you will. The biblical reason for the war. The biblical reason. There's other reasons for them, but they do make it very biblical.
Don't believe the lies of the enemy when he says what God has promised. You will
see again. Who's the enemy? I think we're the enemy. And it's like, again, it's just a lot of faith manipulation here, Julie.
not come to pass. It's not true. Yes, the fulfillment of the promise is delayed, and yes, it looks impossible, but keep our faith in God. In Matthew we read, ask and it will be given to you.
Julie, could you maybe be more specific about what's not true? Like, what part are you claiming that I'm lying about? The offices? Okay. Can you prove that you have these offices then? You know, are you saying that I'm lying about the SEC case? Because I kind of read it word for word. So it's a little hard to lie about it when I just read the documents on my screen, you know? It's reading the court paperwork. Can't really lie. The SEC isn't lying. The court's not lying, you know? So is that what I'm lying about? Do you say that we're lying about, like, the case in Dubai? Like, be specific. What are we allegedly lying about over here as Satan? Okay? That's who the enemy is, right? Like, what are we allegedly lying about? You know, because they keep saying, oh, they're lying, they're not telling the truth. But they never really say, like, what is the lie? Show me. Play a clip of me saying the thing that you think I'm lying about, all right? And then prove that I'm lying about it. Like, show me the offices. Show me that you're renting the offices. You can cover up personal information and show the rental agreement. I don't know. That's what you want to do. If I'm lying about the SEC case, show me how I'm lying about it. Go through it yourself and be like, this is what's actually going on. I don't know. But quit just coming out here and being like, you're lying. Because that makes no sense. Lying about what? That you're a scam? Because I have several reasons why. So which one's a lie? A pic of the German office furniture would be nice. It would, Joe. It would. The evil facts. Yeah. Damn those facts! Be like Joyce Sparkles said, a fax machine. Why can't Julie get a normal job at a Chinese restaurant or massage parlor? Why on Fusion Tea? Damn it, Julie! Mr. Level, you kill me. Also, Bond villain. Right?
Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you, for everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks find. The one who...
What? Everyone who asks receives, and the one... That's not true. Like, that's implying that every time you ask God for something, you get it. And, I mean, is that true?
who knocks it will be opened. Matthew 7 verses 7 to 8.
Wait, Matthew 7 verses 7 to 8. It just says 7 to 8. This is awfully done with these subtitles, Julie.
It is not enough to just...
This is your, like, latest video.
Hear the promise. We must go after the promise as well. Let's say you hear they are giving free food at 10 a.m. at our favorite restaurant.
We go from a biblical story and comparing that in a wrong way. You know, it didn't make sense. But we compared it to ONPASSIVE to talking about someone announcing something at our favorite restaurant. Like, okay then.
We wouldn't just sit at home and expect a promise to fall in your lap. We have to get up and drive up there to get our free food. It's the same with our prayer life. Our prayer life is like the fuel for us to use with the belief that God will show up for us. So when God has spoken to us about his promises, it's not enough to just pray once. We must pray.
Julie, is God speaking to you? Do you hear God? Maybe Julie does have more in common with Letitia than we thought. Are you being spoken to by God right now, Julie? Like God is speaking to you and saying, don't worry, ONPASSIVE will come. It will come, Julie. Julie, sweetie, I think that's just the schizophrenia. That's not God. That's not Jesus. Please, go get some help instead. Hi, Nani. Don't ever apologize for being late. It is okay. You can watch when you can watch. And, you know, if you want to go back and watch the beginning, you can always do that if that's what you want to do. Whenever you want to do it. Hello, Serene. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So God is not offering Uber service. I guess not. And I'm very upset about it, by the way. I'm going to give God a bad review for that.
Until something happens. We need to keep knocking and keep seeking. Every time something tried to come against God's promise, we must keep praying. When things are not lining up how we pictured, we keep praying. Do not therefore fling away our
So keep going to the webinars, checking the OES, and praying.
fearless confidence, for it has a glorious and great reward. For we have...
Well, see, that's the real issue, isn't it? Is that we don't really know what the reward is. That's the problem. That's the problem here. Is that you might get to the end of this thing and there is no reward. Because again, the products aren't being made. So you're not going to be able to sell them. So you're not going to be able to make the money. So you're not going to be able to do the things that you claim you want to do to save the humanity. You see how that works? So it's like, that's the problem. And it's not like we're sitting here just out of our asses being like, oh, you might not actually get anything at the end of this. Like, no, like there's several reasons and several things that have happened throughout the last 7 years that have shown us that this is probably not happening. Especially in the way that Ash claims that it will. All right. Again, it's like come back down to earth. At the most, you might release some software that some people want to buy. But it's not going to be like this revolutionary thing that's going to take over the whole tech industry and all this other stuff, right? Like, it's not going to be all of that. So it's like, like you know, like it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. And that's the issue here, is that what is promised is unrealistic and unattainable already. So it's like, if you're going to come out here and you're going to promise a bunch of people that you want to have this business and stuff, can you not at least like stick to the realism? Like, do we have to go making up products that we could never, ever even make? You know, like things that make no sense half the time? Or do we have to pretend that we're doing some huge movement to save all of humanity and that we found some secret code to how to do that nobody else has? Only Ash Mufara. Because all of that fluff, as we call it, right? All of that shit, that's the extra shit that it's like, okay, we don't need all that. Why are we doing all that? You know, if Ash had just come out here and been like, I'm just trying to build some kind of a community. I want to get some software products out. And then he was like somewhat transparent and honest about all these things that have gone wrong on the way. We would still be like, yeah, this thing's a scam, but it wouldn't be as angering. Okay? It's just like you guys go like over the top with it. And it's like, wow, you're promising a lot of things that you cannot do for these people. And again, you're searching out very vulnerable people to promise them these grand things that you damn well know that you cannot give them. And that to me is a different type of evil. You know, like it's one thing to like promote something that's not real and claim that it will save the world and then have people kind of end up falling into it, being manipulated to join. It's a whole other thing to have something like that, to go and seek people who actually really, really need help, promise it to them after you sought them out, right? And then also fuck them over. Like, to me, that's like a whole other evil. And that's the issue here. It's like, why do we have to do all that? Why couldn't you just be like, I'm trying to build a system and have some products? You know, like it doesn't have to be so damn deep.
Needed patient endurance to pair up on the difficult circumstances without compromising, so that when we have carried out
Dev says, riddle me this, Julie, which God? Allah, Jesus, Jehovah, Ash Mufara, right? That's the other thing. It's a lot of Christianity here. And honestly, most of the people in ONPASSIVE are probably not Christian. But who is Christian is like Marty, Chris, Red. So it's the religion that gets used and pushed the most, right? And this is why religion is usually kept out of business. Because again, it's like, well, which one are we going to... Because there's so many different religions and cultures out there, it's just better to make work about work and not about any of that. This is why I also have an issue with identity politics. It makes things about things that don't have to be about them, right? It's just me, though. So when you have like this global company that you're claiming is for everyone, you can't just be about one religion. And I know that they'll stop and they'll be like, oh, well, we're talking all religions and blah, blah, blah. But for some of these religions, just calling it God is considered like using their God's name in vain. And so it's like, again, it's impossible to follow all of the rules and almost like not insult a religion when you're bringing religion into things. And this is why religion does not get brought into things. You know, it's so that you're not insulting people or forcing people to take their God's name in vain by praising another God, and praying with people that are praying to another God is also frowned upon in some religions. And some religions have a very particular way that they pray to their God. So just sitting down and going, okay, now let us pray is not how they do that. So you can't really expect them to then pray with you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot. And this is why it's just better to not bring religion into things. But for some reason, no matter what, these damn MLMs that claim not to be cults have to keep bringing religion into everything.
the will of God.
I would too, Sherry. If I got pregnant right now, I would have a full-on heart attack. Would not be here anymore.
We may receive and enjoy to the fullest what is promised. Hebrews 10 verses 35 to 36. Don't
Sam says, I highly doubt prayers will help.
throw away the confidence you have in God. That is what will be attacked. It is easy to trust God
Like, they've been praying this whole time, Sam. It hasn't helped the whole time. So I don't know why they think it's going to help now.
and to declare his promises over you when everything is going well, but something totally different when you are in the fire, when things have turned on their head.
When you are in the fire, when things have turned on their head.
It is when everything is going wrong in your life that you need to hold tighter to what God has promised you. That is the wrong time to give up on God's promise.
So I'm like, wait, just because ONPASSIVE hasn't launched, now everything wrong is going on in my life? Well, probably. Because for a lot of these people, they put their life on a standstill to wait for this to launch. And that's why this has also been kind of cruel. And this is why it's cruel to keep leading these people on, right? Because they are literally thousands of people. Especially if we're to believe that they do have 1.4 million people in this thing, that they keep saying. That means that there's thousands of people in this thing that have literally just put their life on hold when they joined, which again, the last person who registered would have been in June of 2022. So everyone's been in since at least then. And just life in a standstill, just kind of waiting. And then their life is just waking up every day, going to these webinars, checking the OES, and then just kind of like surviving until ONPASSIVE launches. And it's like, it's cruel to keep people in a standstill like that, waiting for you. Hash knows he's not doing anything right now.
Things turning bad doesn't mean God has abandoned you or forgotten about you, and the Lord answer me right the vision.
Maybe God hasn't forgotten about you, but Ash certainly doesn't give a fuck about you, okay? So if you are a Christian or whatever religion you are, if you're religious or spiritual in any way, I'm sure that your higher power has not given up on you, but Ash has never cared about you at all. And he's always been in this for himself. So maybe this isn't happening because they want to lessen the harm to you. Maybe your higher power is stopping this from happening to you.
Make it plain on tablet so he may run who read it, for still division wait its appointed time, it hastens to the end.
Excuse me, what? Wait, hold on a second. I either just had a full-on aneurysm or that sentence made no fucking sense. Like, wait. Ooh, I think my brain like stopped working for a second. That was a lot. Hold on.
Or forgotten about you, and the Lord answer me right the vision. Make it plain on tablet so he may run who read it, for still division wait its appointed time, it hastens to the end.
Yeah, no, that makes no sense. That I have no clue what that was supposed to mean. That just I don't know what this sentence is, Julie. What is this sentence? Okay, let's try to read it all together. Hold on. Can I? All right, let's.
Or forgotten about you, and the Lord
Answer me right the vision, which that doesn't make sense.
Answer me right the vision. Make it plain on tablet so he may run who read.
Make it plain on tablet so he may run who read it, for still division wait its appointed. This doesn't make sense, Julie. Julie, listen, I'm really good at translating ONPASSIVE. Okay? I don't know how I got this amazing skill and acquired it. Hours and hours of listening to their webinars for years now. But I can't make this make sense, Julie. All right? Usually I can try to figure out what you're trying to say. Even if it doesn't make sense, I'm like, okay, well, I think that this is what they mean by this. You know? Because you can read like what they're saying before, what they're saying after, then kind of be like, okay, I think that they're saying this. That's what would go here, you know? Based on the words they're using, I think it's this. I got nothing for this one, Julie. I literally got fucking nothing. Like, Julie, did Moses break your tablet? Tell him to buy you a new one. Is that what happened when you were making this video? Moses broke your tablet and then it started to just put prompts in that make no sense? Is that what happened here? Is that what having a stroke is like? I think so. I literally feel like that right now. Because I was like, I know I'm listening to words, but none of them are making sense. And when I string them together, they make even less sense.
It for still division wait its appointed time, it hastens to the end.
It's hastens to the end. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. I got nothing.
It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will
It will not lie, but it also won't make sense. So your guess on what they're saying is as good as mine.
surely come. It will not delay. Wait on fulfillment of God's promises in your life. As you wait to declare his promises, declare what you were trusting God for, and don't declare your fears.
So in other words, don't bring up your fears of ONPASSIVE not launching. Just talk about how great ONPASSIVE and Ash are. It'll be wonderful.
Watch what comes out of your mouth. Know that God will come through for you. He will fulfill what he has promised you. Now I invite you to join me in this prayer. Dear Lord Jesus, I come before you today with a heart that is open and longing for more of you.
See, again, dear Lord Jesus, what about the religions that do not believe in Jesus? There are several. There's even areas of Christianity that don't believe in Jesus. Believe it or not.
You are my Savior, my Redeemer, and my greatest friend. You are the one who spoke the universe into existence. The one who walked among us, healing the sick, raising the dead, and offering salvation to all who would believe. You are the one who calmed the raging storm with the word, and the one who conquered sin, death, and the grave.
The one who conquered sin, death, and the grave. This is a very weird prayer, Julie.
Lord, I worship you because you are great, you are mighty, and you are faithful in all your ways. You are a promise keeper. Your word never returns void. If spoken, you will accomplish.
Your word never returns void. You're doing it again, Julie.
Your plans for me are good. Plans to give me hope in the future. Yet there are moments in my life when I struggle to see those promises fulfilled. There are times when I feel lost, forgotten, nor uncertain about my future.
See, like that would make sense. You could do a little prayer like, please, God, give me strength to get through this while this man breaks several laws and fucks up this company. But, like, what's with all the rest of the words, Julie? This is way too long.
There are days where my heart is heavy, and when doubts creeps in, and when the enemy whispers lies.
Join me for this prayer at 2.5 times speed. I don't even have this sped up. This is literally a normal speed. But yeah, you would think I don't know what bot she got to read this one, but they obviously need to put some extra spaces between words or something.
That make me question if you were still with me. But today, Lord Jesus, I declare that I trust you. I will not allow fear, anxiety, or discouragement to rob me of my faith in your promises. Jesus, I lay down my burden at your feet.
You think that it was Jesus that brought you on past him? I would have rather the frankincense and myrrh, but anyway.
I lay down every worry, every unanswered prayer, every delay, and every disappointment. I surrender. My doubts, my
Guess for that I gotta go to Young Living.
Fears, and my impatience. I choose to trust in your perfect timing, knowing that you are.
I choose to trust in your perfect timing. See, like, it's just awful, Julie. Awful. Go with another bot next time.
Never late and never early, but always on time.
And this is the whole theme. Again, this week is, it's not late, not early. It's coming at the perfect time for us. And God caused all those obstacles so that it would happen at the perfect time for us. And Ash is silent for a reason, so that it would happen at the perfect time for us when God wanted it to. That's the theme of this week.
When I cannot see the way forward, I know that you are already making a way when I feel like giving up. I know that you are strengthening me when the journey feels long and uncertain.
It's like, damn it, Julie, you felt like giving up on this thing. You were almost out. Run, Julie, run towards the damn door. Do you remember the last time they made you do customer service all alone? I was out here going, oh my God, poor Julie all the time. It became a meme in our community. Poor Julie. The poor Julie meme, Like, you don't want to go through that again, girl. That's what's going to happen. They don't have a tech team. If they do ever launch anything, you're it. Like, run while you still can. Get out.
I know that you are walking beside me, leading me in the path of righteousness. I ask for strength as I wait upon you. Waiting, it's not always easy. But I know that in the waiting you are building my faith. In the waiting, you are shaping me, molding me, and preparing me for what is to come. Help me not to grow weary or discouraged.
Now the sentences are just running together.
Help me to stand firm on your word, to keep praying, to keep believing.
Julie should run to the hills for Moses tablets.
To keep seeking you with all my heart. Strengthen my heart so that I will not waver when challenges come, that my faith be unshakable, rooted deeply in your truth. No.
And this is the issue, is that now they are connecting, like, basically, can you be patient and wait now for ONPASSIVE without being negative, to, are you questioning God? And that's a dangerous, dangerous connection for them to be making, right? So now if you're in ONPASSIVE and you start to get a little impatient with the wait, or you start to question things because the truth is coming out, you're realizing it's a scam, you're also questioning God and God's plan for you, because he wanted you here at this time. And all this shit that they've been going through, again, all obstacles to make them stronger so that they could be ready for this when God decided it was the right time for them, and then would give it to them through Mr. Ashmufara, Lord of the Internet. I don't like it. I don't like this new season of ONPASSIVE at all.
No matter how long it takes, no matter what obstacles arise, I will hold on to your promises. I will trust that what you have spoken over my life will come to pass, for you are not a man that you should lie, and you never fail. Lord, I also pray for those who are struggling today. For those who feel like giving up, I ask that you strengthen them. For those who feel lost, I ask that you guide them. For those who are burdened,
Oven's beeping. They're going to say my fire alarm's going off again.
I ask that you give them peace. Lord Jesus, wrap them in your love and remind them that they are not alone. Remind them that you are with them, that you see them, and that you care for them deeply.
See, it's like, okay, so Ashmufara doesn't do what he says, and he leads us on. It doesn't give us what he promises, and it makes people doubt and makes them upset and makes them negative. So then we're supposed to go and give that all to God? Why is it God that has to take all of Ash's fucking mess? Lord.
Jesus, I surrender every area of my life to you, my past, my present.
It's just like, this is the longest prayer I have heard in a long time, right? Right? And I feel like it's just the same thing over and over again, but in different words. Tell me if I'm wrong.
And my future are in your hands. I trust you with my dreams, my desires, and my destiny. I trust that you are working all things together for my good, even when I don't understand, even when things don't happen the way I trust that you are leading me into something greater. I choose to believe that every delay is a setup for something better.
See?
And every hardship is a stepping stone to a greater testimony. Help me to guide my words are only what is true. I refuse to speak fear, worry, or negativity over
You
my
already
life.
said this!
Instead, I will declare your promises. I am blessed and highly favored. I am the head and not the tail. I am more than conquerors through Christ.
You are the head and not the tail. Are we just like proclaiming random things now? I am the head and not the tail. Moses tablet. I'm the head and not the tail. Moses tablet. Unite.
I am chosen, loved, and set apart for your glory. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Jesus, you've never failed me before, and I know you will never fail me. Now you are my refuge, fortress, and
Let me tell you, if you're in ONPASSIVE, Jesus failed you. I'm so sorry.
my strong tower. You are the one I run to when I am weary, and the one who lift me up when I fall. Thank you for your grace, your mercy, and your ending love.
I'm the ladder, not the snake.
Thank you, Jesus, for your faithfulness. Thank you for hearing my prayer, for holding me
The screen's like, ChatGPT prayers take a long time.
close, for reminding me that you are always working on my behalf. I give
ChatGPT is the real religious guru here, you know? Obviously, the most religious of us all.
you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise.
Nobody else prays for 10 straight minutes like this. Only Chat GPT. We can't compete with the AI. I told you. Now he's even coming for the Christianity.
In your powerful and precious name I pray, amen. Thank you for joining me in this powerful prayer today.
So now it's like, okay, so you've done this prayer together in ONPASSIVE that you're not going to be impatient or doubt Ash, basically. Doubt God, doubt Ash. Right? And it's like almost like this prayer in a weird way is cementing your loyalty in ONPASSIVE and to Ash. But it's a prayer to God, and it's longer than the prayer that people usually do to claim that they are now a Christian and giving themselves to God. It's like 5 minutes longer, okay? So it's a worrisome thing. It's not good. We're bringing the religious cult into the commercial cult even more than ever now. We're just embracing the faith manipulation now. We're like, it's fine. It's cool. We'll just lean into it more. It'll all be good. Why use the AI voice? I know, it's weird. And this is what I mean. It's like you would think that they would want to use their own voice to make it more personal and sound better, especially for something like this, a big prayer, right? Declaring your loyalty to ONPASSIVE. But instead they're like, no, I'll use the AI voice that makes it seem very impersonal and that can't read it properly. So they can't even do the marketing right or the faith manipulation right, damn it. Ash is the gold electroplated calf. Hey. But does that prayer get rid of berserker demons? That's a good question, you know? It really is a good question. Does it get rid of the berserker demons? You think you are the head. You are actually the butt. Sorry to break it to you, girl. I know, she says she wasn't the tail, but she sure is tailing.
If this prayer touched your heart, type amen in the comments as a sign of faith and agreement.
Now we're just doing the Jesus YouTube thing. You seen Jesus Tube yet? It's kind of scary. There's a lot of these shorts made with AI all over YouTube. And they're all like, you are now going to pray with me. I love Jesus. Jesus is my favorite person in the world. He is risen again. Make sure you comment amen and like the video. Otherwise, Jesus will not come back from the dead and God will smite you. And then there'll be like 5,000 comments that are like, amen, 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 amen. I hope Jesus doesn't smite me. Amen, hallelujah. And you're like, are you serious? Did you guys miss the whole like email thing where people sent emails and said, do this, otherwise this will happen to you? You missed that whole repost this on Facebook or else this will happen. Or when that was on MySpace or Yahoo. Like, where have you been? This is an old tactic, damn it. Just repurposed for the tubes. But yeah, that's what this is reminding me of now. One of those videos. Comment amen if you promise to be loyal to Ash Mufara and ONPASSIVE for the next 10 years.
Let's encourage each other in this journey of grace, and don't forget to subscribe for more prayers, encouragement, and uplifting messages. Together we'll continue to grow stronger in faith and closer to God. Stay blessed, and may God's peace be with
See, and if you're here and you're doing these things, you're getting closer to God.
you always.
And now this is very weird. Where admittedly, you'll see it skip in this one. Because when this started to play, I was like, oh, they're done. Right? I was like, they're done. And I shut off the video and stopped recording it. But then it went on for a little bit longer. See? Why? I don't know what this is about. Why are you showing us this, Julie? Are you brainwashing us right now? What is going on? Hello, Retro. How are you doing? Like, what is this? Why is there just a house with the sun coming? Like, I don't know what's going on here. There's like a couple minutes of that at the end. And I was like, all right, thanks, Julie. I guess I'll capture that too. Aren't you guys glad that I hit record again? You couldn't miss that part. It was very important. They're prayer bots. That's right. The damn prayer bots. I can't talk. I can't say that word apparently. Prayer bots. There we go. That's exactly what that reminded me of too. Not even made with ONPASSIVE AI, of all of the AI. Let me tell you. You know what? I think right now, before our commercial break, it is time that we get into Tanya's posts. That's right. It's been a little bit since we checked in with Tanja. What is Tanja up to in her Facebook groups for ONPASSIVE? Is she still, reigning with an iron fist? I guess we'll just have to see. What is Tanja doing? I put an old man to sleep by singing to him. Well, that sounds like a good day. Tanya's not having that great of a day, though. First, we're going to start off with this post from Davis Ali that was also posted in the good old ONPASSIVE Nation Facebook group that Tanja is an admin for. That's the one that is run by good old Marty DeGarmo.
Don't panic.
And it's also run by Dan Street and Mike Ellis.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
That's their team, the ONPASSIVE Nation. So let's see what Davis had to say. He says, I just found proof of what Ash is talking about as far as these other companies trying to stop us from launching. DeepSeek, is that how you say it? DeepSeek made them lose billions last month. They're scared to death that what DeepSeek, no, I guess it must be DeepSeek, just did to Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg, and Ellison, along with other tech companies, is going to happen to them once we launch. They can't stop what can't be stopped. See y'all at the top. I don't know. We became Southern there all of a sudden. Have patience. Have patience. Albs has decided to bite the bullet and say, Tanya's kind of hot. If you're into butch female prison guards, I could see some guys going for that. Maybe. You'd be surprised how many guys like dogs. So Davis posted this, and as you can see, he got some comments and got some hearts and whatnot. And of course, the first person to comment had to be admin and group expert Tanja. And she says,
yes, but DeepSeek was a total surprise. Came from nowhere. This is why Ash says our silence is our strategy now. Indeed, time showed that we, all of us, were talking too much. Let it come the way they want it now. They learned the lesson.
and I'm like, oh my, Tanja. Tanja says that silence is our strategy now, which is funny because that also seemed to be the theme this week. Silence as the strategy. Mr. Level says they really think On Fusion has a model competitive with Grok GPT, Claude, DeepSeek, or Sesame. Even Copilot is better, okay? They're not going to get anywhere. So Tanya's over here like, yeah, that's right. DeepSeek really showed them, but you should wait to see what ONPASSIVE will do. And this person came in to say, Tanya's spot on. And this guy came in to say, Ash trusts no one with his creation now. And rightly so. He did. And look what happened. We got delayed. Oh my. Oh my. When he has got on passive where he wants it, he will unleash it to the world. And guess who benefits first? Those that trusted him from the start. It's on its way, founders. Not long now, he said. Prayer. Welcome, Retro. You are here for our FriYAY with the sayers of nay, the people who speak out about cults and scams, the naysayers. We celebrate every single Friday by getting together and making fun of the ONPASSIVE culty scam, which is one of the main ones I am covering now and have been covering for a few years. It has a lot of really fun characters. We have a good time. I hope that you can join us for future Fridays. So, Bobby here thinks that they're coming too, you know. They're getting all excited about this DeepSeek. All those tech giants are quaking with fear. I know. They're like, oh my God, ONPASSIVE and their O-Connect are really coming for us. Oh my God, they actually believe this. Did you think I've been lying to you? Yeah, no, they really, really do believe this. Hello, Scam Chan. Good to see you. The trust is blind. Couldn't be more blind. You'd say that somebody's gouged all their eyes out. So, you know, at least Bobby here's praying. I guess him and Julie can pray together. And then Casper, the friendly ghost, shows up and says, can you link to the proof you just found? And I appreciate you, Casper, whoever you are, our little friendly ghost, because I was thinking in my head, this is not exactly the right information. Now, is it? So what is going on with DeepSeek? Game over, Sherry says. Game over for them. All the other tech companies, it's game over. Well, DeepSeek AI did trigger a collective loss of $94 billion in wealth of tech billionaires, but Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos were actually unaffected. So when they say that Zuckerberg and Bezos are affected and blah, 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 they're actually, you know, lying. So for those that don't know what's going on with all of this, because maybe, you know, you just want to pay attention to ONPASSIVE, you're not like me, who hyper-focuses on every other topic that has to do with them. So then you go and research everything going on with AI all day long, and that's absolutely fine. DeepSeek AI, a cost-effective language model from China, outshines ChatGPT with fewer resources and lower costs. The tech sector giants collectively experienced a loss of $94 billion in wealth, which, yes, is a lot of money, accounting for about 85% of the total drop in the Bloomberg index. The NASDAQ Composite Index declined by 3.1%, while the S&P 500 decreased by 1.5%. Its rise is reshaping the AI landscape and challenging industry norms. In other words, DeepSeek came out here and did what ONPASSIVE only wishes that they could do. You know, I'm finally getting my meds. I have returned. Hello, Nani. Good for you. I had to do that yesterday myself. Casper's going to feel the wrath of Tanja. Poor Casper. Poor Casper. You know? Yes, go and check out Scam Chan's channel. That's right. NVIDIA lost big time. Yep, but Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, however, did not. Although Huang and Ellison experienced losses, so you're right about that, the fortunes of other prominent tech billionaires remained untouched. If you're going to spread the information about this, at least do it properly. Jesus. Zuckerberg's wealth actually increased by $4.3 billion by the end of that day, as Meta recovered from an initial drop. So they were kind of already recovering from something, so they continued to rise. And Jeff Bezos' fortune increased by nearly $632 million, which, sure, it's not $1 billion or $4.3 billion like Zuckerberg, but I mean, it is still $632 million, which is money that most of us will never see. So, you know, there's that. There's that. Hopefully people realize AI sucks, so they stop using it for insurance approvals and denials, as well as hiring and firing, right? See, that's the thing. AI can be great for some things, but it's not great for everything. And people seem to want to use it for everything. And there's just certain things that I feel like you actually do need a person for. You know? Like it's like, you got to kind of figure that out, though. Like, we are still early enough that in this race, I guess, that they're still sort of figuring that out. And I hope that they will. But that is what's actually going on with all that. And with that happening, it's like, okay, but it's like they don't realize that that means that ONPASSIVE has even less of a chance now in the running. You know, like it's like, oh, but that actually means that you probably have less than a chance now. Like, this is what they would hope to do, right? So appreciate you, Casper. This is the real information here. And so there you go. That's what's going on now. Then, of course, Tanja came in end of February. It's been a little bit since we've heard from Tanja. And she decided to do her own little post, of course, in the ONPASSIVE Nation group, which she is an admin and group expert +1 in. She comes on to say,
Marty, you have many, many people behind you, Ash. Ash, thank you. I can assure you they will not be disappointed.
And I'm like, oh, it's so nice. So nice. Doesn't really mean anything. Thank you, Tanja. Then we get on to the comments. I think we should go through some of these. We have Dr. Bill. Dr. Williams. Dr. Bill Williams comes in here and says, bank on it. Bank on it. You know? Can one of the mods, Violet, my dear, can you please post Scam Chan's link, or Scam Chan? If you want to post your link, you're a mod, you can also do it. Post your link in the chat, please, so Retro can subscribe, and anyone else that would like to. Then we had good old Angie came. I know that you guys really like to hear from her, right? Yep, the guys like Angie in the community. She's one of the prettier ones, you know? Definitely. And standing with Ash always. Heart party me. So there's that. Thank you, Scam Chan. There's that. You know, Angie is 100% loyal to Ash always. Then Candy came in and said, I love when Ash said, if you want to win, come on in. And now you're seeing, you know, if that's all it takes to impress them, you know, it kind of starts to make sense. When you're like, that's all he had to say. And you were like, oh my God, that was amazing. You know? So this person then responds and says, that's cool. I'm going to use it. And I'm like, because that's what you need is more fucking buzz phrases. Like, ONPASSIVE doesn't have enough to the point where we, like, use them in games. You know? Alb says, she doesn't do it for me. Janet Butler is where it's at. Of course. So Levy comes in and says, Ash, you are our hero and you are loved. We are grateful to have someone who cares about humanity. Hashtag ONPASSIVE. Hashtag AI with heart. Hashtag AI technology. And then he has this little person clapping, going, that's right. You know, because it wouldn't be ONPASSIVE if you did not have clapping seals. Right? So you got to clap. And then John Wright shows up and says, after just short of 6 years of being beyond this wonderful man, which is kind of weird, beyond him anyway, I have never doubted his integrity. And there is no reason to change my thinking now. It has always been next. With a thumbs up. Woohoo! Go Retro. I'm going to use that line at the gym later tonight. You know what? Most of these actually go with the gym more than they go with the damn MLM, right? Right? That seal has more meaning than Ash. Does it ever? So it's always been next. Clive comes in and says, thanks, Ash. My trust was never broken. From day one, I saw something in you, and I know you will come through for us. I don't need encouragement from anyone, and no one can change my mind about you. Thanks for all you do for us. May God continue to look over you and family. We are in it to win it. One love. One love. Let's get together. It'll be all right. I don't know why. Sorry. I decided to end it in the song. You know? Oops. Yeah, I know, Joe. I know. Enough to make you sick. So when will they start speaking up about On Fusion Tea? I'm wondering too. Deb came to say, as long as it takes, we stand with Ash. That's right. So they've created the hashtag, we stand with Ash. And once again, we're posting it everywhere. Hashtag stand with Ash. If I have to see it one more time, then so do you. And then Tanja did another post, of course, in the ONPASSIVE Nation, as you see. And she said,
Facebook at its best. Smile. These days, we are flooded with requests to enter this group. All sorts of profiles, usually not active for years, even 10 to 15 years.
Smile. I don't know why there's so many smiles.
But guess what? They were very eager to enter and always respond to 3 questions requested. Sorry, guys. This group is made to support ONPASSIVE and its members. Your profiles are your tickets to enter here.
And I'm like, oh God, I hope nobody paid.
Some tickets are just not good enough.
And I'm like, are we profiling? We're profiling with tickets. But yes.
Some tickets are just not good enough. Not for this place.
Like it's somewhere fancy. It's the damn ONPASSIVE Nation Facebook group. Damn it. It's hell. It's hell, I tell ya. All right? The only place they're in is hell. And then she posted it with this picture that says, not here. Which, once again, if you're wondering where here is, it's hell. It's hell. We're in hell. If you're in ONPASSIVE, you're in hell. If you're in this Facebook group and you have Tanja yelling at you all the time, you're also in hell. Welcome to hell. And that is it for this week's episode of Tanya's Post. Woo! Yeah, she was a little bit more busy. And as you can see, they're all like, oh, well, Ash is staying silent. And I'm here to say, well, they won't be silencing us. That's right. No, they will not be. We are going to do our little ad break. And then when I return, we're going to be hearing from Marty DeGarmo. He talked a lot. He always does. We are going to be saying, what the fuck? We are going to see who was kissing Ash. And we're going to hear from Red Fern before we end with our amazing story time from ONPASSIVE. So do not go anywhere, everyone, because after these commercials, we'll be right back. Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS, pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper, Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. We get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Dinger condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you sexual endorphin spray, trademarked. We have now created the foot fetish Fantasia spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the foot fetish Fantasia spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chad's R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger diapers diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor. Yes, thank you so much. And Jelly Snack said something interesting during the break and said that somebody has passed away in ONPASSIVE because during Chris's prayer list, which honestly, I don't know how you keep track of that. Good for you, girl. I can't keep track of it. I think I start to tune out or disassociate when he starts listing them off now. I've heard it so much. I'm just like, But she says, I thought there was a person named Marianne Oliver Aguilera. Is that how you say it? That's how I would say it. But that's the French in me, I think. But it turns out Chris was saying Mary and Oliver Aguilera, and Oliver passed away. Oh, no. That's awful. So is he just saying, so you must have heard of Mary and without the and Oliver and been like, oh, no. I wonder. That's too bad. That's too bad. Apparently, if you buy a 12-pack of Tiny Digger condoms, though, you get a 25 milliliter bottle of Fantasia foot fetish spray free. So there's that. You know? Naysayers know more about ONPASSIVE than the founders. That's right. And some of you guys are asking, what is going on with the OnFusion tea? A lot of you guys have been asking this lately. I'm not really sure. Now, we do know that it was registered, as you guys saw, right? But it was registered by Ahmad Sawafta. It's in his name. It is not in Ash's name. Ash cannot register securities right now in his name. And he would have to register those as securities and do it right this time if he was going to be doing this again, right? So, I think that what's going on is why it was weird to begin with that was happening is that they didn't have the greatest relationship. There had been some stuff that had been going on with Ahmad like before that and with his connection to Muhammad Kamal and etc., as you guys know already. If you've gone to hunbot.net or seen the video I did on my channel here talking about that. So with all that stuff going on, I'm wondering personally if maybe they're having some drama behind the scenes and that's why it hasn't switched over yet. And if that's why nothing is really going on right now. Because I do think that maybe Ash was thinking of switching over to use that brand in the meantime. So maybe something's happening with that. And so until that gets sorted, they're not going to be doing it. I don't know. But I do find it interesting that they haven't brought it out yet because that would almost ignite everyone's passion. And I guess then they could maybe hire some technicians off of that brand name. I don't know. It would still probably be difficult. Jelly says, yeah, he said Oliver passed, but clarified that it wasn't OTech Pro Oliver. So don't. Oh my God. He actually said that? Like he was like an Oliver passed away, but it wasn't our OTech Pro Oliver. So
Don't panic.
like this Oliver doesn't matter? Wow. My, Chris. My. That's a choice. That's a choice, isn't it? Hello, Nasir. I hope you're having a lovely day. Ash didn't want to get scooped by the naysayers, so he's trying to think up a new name. Maybe. Yeah, he was like not our Oliver or some shit. Oh, it was Marty that did it. Oh my. Marty! Well, I got a bone to pick with Marty anyway. Speaking of Marty, we're going to be bringing him up right now. Well, have a good stream. Have a good one. All hail the sayers of nay, Retro says. That's right. Have a good one, Retro. Go and subscribe to Retro if you're not subscribed. He does gaming stuff. Chris was one of a soulless thingy. Yeah, I agree. I don't feel like to him, I feel like the prayer thing's really robotic too. I think that's why I disassociate when he starts doing it. Like I can't pay attention to it because I feel like he's just listing things. He's just listing things. You know? You can try and drop a link, Retro, and then if my mods can approve it, then they will. If not, though, then I'll I have shared your channel out before when you did the stream where I got to pick the game you were playing. I was sure to share your channel out, but I can grab it as well if that doesn't work. But you can share it in the chat. I have no problem with you doing it. And then if mods would just see, Jelly Snacks got you. She's quick. So this is Retro here. Go subscribe to him. Retro, like me, is on the spectrum, and Retro plays retro games. He does retro gaming. Yeah, so he plays all the old school games, you know, like the ones from our childhood and stuff. So it's kind of fun. Chris is categorizing the deceased ones. I don't know what he's doing. All I know is that as soon as he starts with the prayer stuff, I feel like there's no emotion behind it. And he's just listing out names at this point. Maybe there was at the beginning. I don't really remember. It's been so long. But now it just feels like he's just listing things. Like when they list their products. It's the same feeling to me. Like there's no real care behind it or anything. And I just end up like tuning out. And I kind of return back again when he goes, all right, back to you. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. He's done the prayer stuff. Unless he says something crazy, you know? Hey. That's right. We're talking about you. I am all for old school retro. I make USB for those games. That's right, Scam Chan. He would probably love it over there. And retro is great fun. Great fun. Please be kind. He's like my little brother on here. He's like my little YouTube brother, you know? So I am going to pull up a video of Marty's. When did they do this? This was a few days ago. Well, I was watching this stream of theirs, and there was a couple interesting moments that I thought were important to share because recently on my live stream, I went in a big rant because Marty was talking about how he just realized that other countries were struggling and not doing as well as him. But then there's been other times where Marty has spoken about being well-traveled. And then I was watching him this week, and he went on another one of those rants about being well-traveled, and he was ranting and raving a little bit. So I, of course, caught that for us.
Thousands of people going to stuff, but you know, anybody can do that. Anybody can do something for somebody else or initiate something. She's in dire straits because
Retro says that Jelly is the guardian of nay. I like it. Yes, she is.
once again, if you don't have the money, some of this stuff is out of reach for average people. And this company was developed.
So there is somebody in ONPASSIVE right now that is going through a hard time. And they are asking people to donate money to help them out. So everyone is now basically right before he went into this rant, he was promoting to go and donate to this person. So they're basically doing crowdfunding without their oblast right now for someone. And they've done this before. And I don't want to go and research into this person and what they're going through and go through all that right now and talk about it because they do this kind of thing for people all the time. If prayer works, there's no need for money. Right? So now I just boot up Obless, right? But it's kind of funny because in doing this, they're also proving that they don't need Obless to do things for each other and help people, right? Because they're always like, oh, well, when Obless comes and when this launches, we're going to do all this stuff. But then whenever something like this happens, they're like, oh, let's all get together and all help. And it's like, okay, do you see how you don't need ONPASSIVE then? No? Oh, okay.
Developed to take the out of reach people and make it so they can get the same education, get the same coverage. I believe will be in every sector eventually. I really do. And I think it'll all be about uplifting humanity. And that to me, like I just did the Congo Brazil bill, right?
Uh-huh.
You see what the major export
Yep, that's what he did that day, Violet.
was? Crude oil. Billions. Where's it going? To the 1%, maybe? Sounds like it. I mean, come on. So we got to take care of each other. I'm not saying badmouth a country, a government. I don't care about that. I care about people. And because I was fortunate to travel around.
Right? He's back to looking like a damn tomato. I'm like, oh, Marty, you did it again. What'd you do to your computer, Marty? You changed the color settings or something.
Around the world, not just the United States. In fact, I traveled more around the world than I did the United States. I met people all walks of life. And they all had one thing in common.
It's funny because this past week you were saying that you realized just now that people were struggling more than you were. You went on a big rant about it. It's ridiculous. Now here you are contradicting yourself.
They had many, but one of them was they care about each other. They care about their family. They want the best for their family. And I seen people, they couldn't even afford a belt. They had string holding their pants up. And their pants looked like they were passed down from generation to generation. No joke.
Yeah, guys. Some people wear hand-me-down pants and they can't afford belts. So they use string. It's a real thing. Quite common in some of the places that they're in. So it's like you're kind of preaching to the choir here, Marty. Like, it's like we all knew people struggled and how much they struggled. Like, you're the one that claims that you just found out, not us.
No joke. I saw women, old women, lined up in a row, sweeping the street. And the brooms weren't brooms you get at a hardware store. They tied sticks together on the end of a stick and made their own brooms. No, I'm not kidding.
Yep. Marty. A lot of the people, I'd say about half of the people that you prey on with this thing, that's what their brooms are. It's usually straw and a stick, but anyway, that was close enough.
Old women on the side of the road selling seeds, nuts, stuff like that. No, I'm not kidding. It was I
Be fair, Marty, we kind of also have like farmer markets and stuff here. But I get what you're saying.
could not believe I went back 100 and some years when the plane landed. Instantly, I went, wow, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, no kidding. So it made me appreciate what I have. It made me appreciate that when this company came along. See, I don't believe in accidents. Oh, you're lucky or you're this and luck, smuck, muck. You're successful if you do things long enough, you become very lucky, right? But if you believe in the stuff I've seen and where I am now at 65,
Yeah.
I was forced out of my company. I traveled around the world. I loved it, met people everywhere.
See, and now he's back to how he eats, travel the world, met people everywhere. He's seen all this struggling. Like not even a week ago, he was going I didn't realize that people in other countries didn't have it as good as we did. It's like, which one is it, Marty?
And one day it was over. I thought, I'll get better. I'll go back to work. Never happened. I thought, damn.
Sam says, give Marty the Golden Globe already.
Where do I wind up? I wind up in a company that's global all around the world and talk to people from every walk of life, from every part of the world.
Which
Tell
you
me God
already
doesn't
in. You just said you were in a company like that before, though. So nothing changed then?
have a sense of humor. And if
Oh, that's what it is. You were in a company like that before, and then when you couldn't work there anymore, God was like, haha, I'll put you in this one where you get to do the same stuff. That's your argument. Yeah, it was God that put you here.
we wait, we have patience, and we believe, we get what we want.
Oh,
And
yeah?
a lot of times. And sometimes it's just not good for us. But if you pray, like we did for this company, did it go in the pattern that we would think? Probably not. But we also don't know the whole scope. So I love every bit of it. I love everybody here.
Yep. So that was Marty's big rant. After this, he played his video again that he plays on every single stream where he's like, oh, you should join us. We're so great. You know, that one that he plays, the join video, the please join us video. We had to watch it like 3 freaking times. So, yeah. But he didn't stop there. No, couldn't stop there. And after the video, I guess he had to continue a little bit more and say some crazy stuff where he basically told everyone to use their critical thinking skills, which was quite funny.
As a kid, there was 3 channels on TV.
Yeah, no, me too. Same.
3, 6, and 10.
We had CTV, PBS, TVO. And I believe CBC was just starting on our TVs around that time.
ABC, NBC, and CBS. And then we had one UHF channel. That was it. We heard the news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Now I hear the news every minute. And the worst thing that could happen is most of the news is a lie. And I'm not saying fake news, forget that. A lot of the fake stuff's coming from people. People, oh, no, never. Oh, yeah, I see people putting stuff online or in Facebook that's not true.
Oh, yeah?
Be smart. Check out stuff yourself. We're not sheep. We have our own brain. If something sounds ridiculous, it probably is. Anyway,
you mean like when something sounds ridiculous, like ONPASSIVE sounds ridiculous? Then it probably is. I agree, Marty. Also, I'm still waiting for you to address how I proved that ONPASSIVE was a security and investment. After you said that if ONPASSIVE was an investment, you would leave. You wouldn't want to be there anymore because you don't want to be in an investment. So whenever you're ready, maybe you can touch on that. But that was interesting, what he said at the end there.
I see people putting stuff online or in Facebook that's not true. Be smart. Check out stuff yourself. We're not sheep. We have our own brain.
Oh, yeah?
If something sounds ridiculous, it probably is. Anyway,
something sounds ridiculous, it probably is. And do you know what sounds ridiculous? A tech company taking 7 years to launch with even one product. That sounds ridiculous. I'm just saying. Yes, Angel, I'm still here. Good to see you. I'm just saying, that's pretty ridiculous, you know? So Marty definitely, you know, made me say, what the fuck? What the fuck, Marty? It's like he can't even remember what he says, and he contradicts himself all the time. And since I was already saying, what the fuck, I think now is a great time for...
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
That's right. We're doing another WTF. Because I can only swear so many times on a live stream. Otherwise, I lose monetization. And this week's WTF is a nonsensical post. There'll be many WTFs. It's not just going to be comments. It will be what random things that make me go, what the fuck? So, this week it was a nonsensical post that was posted in the Discord by a friend. It comes from the Catmo the Game Changer Facebook group from Murugesh. Probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Catmo sounds real legit, right, Scam Jam? Right. That's exactly it. And Marty has a rope belt. Yeah, but his is a rope belt because belts aren't made in that size. It's a little different, you know. It's hard for him to get the belt all the way around the chair too. So he has to have the string, to be fair, or the rope, whichever. Smell that smoke. Try not to. But Murugesh posted and said, "Dear all, good morning. ONPASSIVians, we all should remember we are into a company ONPASSIVE where global revolution in terms of new technology, artificial intelligence is being inculcated into the digital products which will be given to all. Apart from above, the creator, inventor, visionary, Ash Sir, who is more than a businessman, touching the humanity level and bringing a revolution in the internet business. We also know that this AI technology of our digital products is going to give greater inputs to all businesses in terms of accuracy, correct, fast perfection in the business, and all businesses will enjoy the digital products of the company by inculcating in their business. From the above, we are sure that all ONPASSIVians' lives will be embarking on growth from a common person to a great personality in the coming days and months ahead. We all understand the various problems faced by all, but imagine when the system is given, it will be a one-day job to lift a common person to a great personality. Hence, stretch your patience and wait for our CEO to announce further about the plans that he has envisaged and set for all. Rest, enjoy Sunday with family and friends. Regards, Murugesh Iyer from India." That's right. There was that post. And it definitely made me go, what the fuck? I have no clue what it means. All right. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, something to do with technology and be happy about Ash. Got it. All this broken English, but they threw out the word inculcating, right? What the heck? Oh, go inculcate yourself. Violet, bye. That's right. That's right. So, you know, there's that. That made me go, huh? But I guess we'll wait for our CEO to announce further. And that is it for this week's episode of our wonderful.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
That's right. WTF. What the fuck? That was a fun one. Oh, yes, it was. Because I still don't know what it said. I've read it way too many times. I still don't know what was said. Do you know what else was said this week? There was just a lot of, dare we say, ash kissing going on. Yeah, A lot of it. A lot of it going on this week. So I've captured it, and I've included a couple comments that I didn't know where else to put them, so they're also in here. And we're going to go through it now. Kissing his ash. The first one's a little bit blurry. I'll read it to you, though, don't worry. The imaginary tech coming soon. That's right. When isn't there ash kissing? Good question, Joe. Good question. So we got to start paying attention to it more, because allegedly they're getting more religious. So, it's important. But this post came from ONPASSIVE Technology, AI, and ML, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. And it is by Vinod Rathod, which I love that name. That's wonderful. Dear all, good morning. Winning attitude makes a person very positive. This is what our CEO is taking stride without looking back at what happened. He concentrates in the present and future things, how things to be resolved, tackled, and bring positive changes in the world as per his vision and mission. We are all so loved about our CEO, vision, and his attitude for this kind of thinking is lifting us. And also, we are all so confident that one day, a day will come, all will enjoy the fruits and the efforts done by our CEO. We are all thinking it is delayed, but this delay is bringing us all a mountain full of dreams in the coming days, months, and years in the company. Our CEO capacity to handle all the obstacles, challenges, and problems is being handled. Yes, capacity to handle, it's being handled very cautiously at this moment, because learned a lot from the past. Our position in the company is safe, secured, valued, and all rewards for the patients will be returned with flying colors in the coming days. And he spelt colors like a Canadian, I'm just saying. We are all sure that one day will be ours, and it will happen, and it will be a surprise moment to all. It's like they've been waiting for it for 7 years, but then when it happens, it'll be a surprise moment. Okay? Wait for that day to happen, see? And pray that all good things happen to all. Yeah, of course, pray, right? Regards. Thank you, Mr. Hey, this is also by Mr. Murugesh Iyer, sir, in India. Vinod, you stole it, you thief! Now you're a thief for more reasons than just being in ONPASSIVE. How dare you? How dare you? But I mean, that was some major, major ass kissing. And it was posted up with this amazing picture where it says, Ashmu Farah, CEO of ONPASSIVE Technologies, which is actually a lie. He is not the CEO of ONPASSIVE Technologies, LLC. That is actually Mohammed Kamal. He is just the CEO of ONPASSIVE. But whatever. And then it says, for humanity. And then it has the socials. Like the socials that he leaves there for humanity. Not ONPASSIVE. I like to think that's what he meant. To fix beliefs or ideas in someone's mind, especially by repeating them often. So brainwashing. Is it ever violent? I mean, if it actually happens, it would be a giant surprise. That's right, Jelly, wouldn't it be? We would be shocked. Shocked. Mr. Muff. Mr. Muff. Then there was also this post, and this post is from ONPASSIVE Starboys, which is a real, yeah, that's a real thing. I know. It sounds like the world's worst boy band ever. I know, but it's real. It exists. It's a whole group, whole team in ONPASSIVE called the Starboys. His emotions are Mountain Maru high. I like it. So, ONPASSIVE Starboys and ONPASSIVE Army. Be careful. Like they said, they're going to war. They got a damn army. All right. They are the stars. That's right. We are the unicorns. We are the stars. That's right. My name is Ash, fired up Mufara, and I was born to change the world. Do not die in the next 3 to 5 years. Oh my, well, Oliver didn't get that memo. That sucks. Do whatever it takes to be with us. If you are small, you need to grow fast. I'm sorry, that was very insensitive, that last joke of mine. It was funny, though. You have to admit it. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Oliver. I told you that ONPASSIVE is a done deal. And I'm like, why are you posting this as us? This isn't him. This isn't Mr. Ass Mufara, okay? I told you we are going to have the finest technologies. And I told you we are going to make it heart infused with love. So that's what everyone's thinking. They're like, do you know what my technologies are really missing right now? Being heart infused with love. That's what we need to infuse it with. And we will be the hunted, not the hunters. Weird. Very predatory. And I told you we'll go the top, where ears will pop, and went even higher. I told you the bigger the teams, the bigger the dream. And the bigger your dream, the bigger your team. It was almost a poem. Hashtag AshMufara _CEO _of _ONPASSIVE unicorn heart. And again, they tagged the ONPASSIVE army. And then they included this picture. It was more like a little video thing. You know, it was just him. A silent video there. There might have been words. I didn't hear it. I think there might have been. But it says, my name is Ash Mufara and was born to change your life. Hashtag Ash _Mufara. You know, because his name's Ash Mufara.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
So there's that. And then it has onpassive.com, which again just leads to the OES that no one can sign into unless they registered before June 2022. So there's that. Weird interpretations, right? Right? Can't wait to see them on America's Got Talent. Is this an ONPASSIVE fanfic? Might be. Because I'm like, you're not at all like Ash Mufara. The ONPASSIVE Star Boys are not Ash Mufara. But they wrote this whole post as if they were. So that was a little weird. But yeah. I feel like it's probably just what he's saying in this video, though. But I was still like, what are you doing here? And why do we keep doing this? And clipping him. Like, what he's saying is important. It's just the same thing he's been saying since June 2024. But sure, you know, whatever. Also, this is kind of, again, just a funny image of Ash. I like it. I kind of like it. Makes me laugh. Then there was this comment. I get a lot of these comments again. I'm still getting them. But I didn't really know where to put this. So we'll just put it here. Because it says, my dream ONPASSIVE. I love you, Mr. Ash, sir. Heart, 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 heart. That's what it says. Left up a few weeks ago. I still get them constantly, though. But it was in my screenshot folder. And I was just like, you know what? Goes well here. Because I'm like, I'm not Ash, nor am I a sir. But yet they keep coming and saying, I love you, Mr. Ash, sir. Like he's going to see their comments on my video. And I'm like, no, that he's not. Sorry. Then we have this one. This one was from this last week. And it says, heart, heart, heart party thing. God bless Ash, sir. G and families. And then it's like drama, ninja, church, castle, mosque, circus, which the circus tents go. And then it's prayer, love you. Hashtag, 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 ONPASSIVE, which Tanya's going to be real mad at you. She's going to be in here like,
Spell it correctly and all in capitals.
and it's not going to be good. Party, heart, party. Love you, Ash, sir, G. And I don't really know what to do, so I just kind of heart them because I have major OCD when it comes to my comment section, so I can never just leave comments alone because then they just stay there in my studio staring at me the whole time. And I'm like, no, you need to go away. So I just heart them all. That, if you ever wondered why I heart all comments, even mean ones, that's why. That's why. Especially if I don't want to respond. I'll just be like, heart. And then this person came by to say, thank you, sir. Heart, 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 heart. And I'm like, awesome. I didn't know I got a sex change 8 days ago, but that's great. That's great. Again, it's like they think that I'm Marty because I'm playing Marty, or they think that I'm Ash because I'm playing Ash. And it's kind of like if they don't know how YouTube works, and if they can't realize that I'm reacting to these videos on here, do we have much hope that they'll be able to teach people how to use a video conferencing application and other technologies, you know? Just something to ask, since this is a business, allegedly. Apparently it's going to be. So they say. Coming soon. And that is it for this week's episode of our brand new segment, Kiss His Ass. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know, and I will include more of those. I thought it would be fun, especially, like I said, since they're all like culty now. I think we need to keep track of their ash kissing. Their ass kissing more than ever. Might be important. Speaking of Red Redford. Yeah, it's time to pick on Red Redford now. Good old Red Redford. Bop, bop. That's right. Blop. Sorry. Bloop, bloop. We are going to now hear from good old Red Redford. Red Redford went on quite the little rant this past week. So I clipped 10 minutes of it, which was about half of his 20-minute video. And his video was entitled Live with Red, The Strategy of Silence. Because this week they decided that they were going to tell everyone that Ash being silent is a strategy and it is done on purpose. That's why I named the stream Won't Silence Us, because, you know, he may stay silent, but I am not going to. If you ever met me more than once, you would know that telling me to be silent about something is just going to make me speak out about it more. Trying to stop me from speaking out about something will probably also make me speak out about it more. So maybe you should try supporting me instead by subscribing and hit that like button. And give myself a little plug there. So let's hear what good old Red Redford had to say about, you know, everything going on with Ash and his latest appearance in his lovely The Strategy of Silence. And it is clipped, so don't worry, we're not watching the entire thing.
The interesting part about this is
what, Red?
It's all done by design, isn't it? In my opinion, that Ash Mufara has been silent over this period of 3-4 months now because he doesn't want anything to be leaked out. So you have to ask your question, why? Okay, that is the natural realization of why he's doing what he is. Why is he being silent at the moment? And the logical answer, if you are engaged in ONPASSIVE, if you are on the journey of ONPASSIVE, then you will... Dan Campbell's saying nothing happens when I click on my OES app. Let me just show you, Dan. Okay, OES app. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You should see something like that.
Oh, my.
Let me just see if I can... Okay, that's what it should say. Look, and you can scroll along there. That's what I see on my OES app. And if you press the login button at the bottom, okay, it comes up with, if you remember, the login page that looks like that, but you can't get any further than that. Maybe it might need to be refreshed or something.
Oh, so the ONPASSIVE OES app has not been working. That's always a great sign. Must be coming soon, guys.
Anyway, so going back to the strategy of silence, he's obviously decided that the best course of action, so that there isn't any misinformation, there isn't any leaks, there isn't any words that he's used that have been manipulated, stretched, or untold truths from what
I hope you mean by you guys, because we don't do that.
He's said, etc. And the best course of action is, guess what? Say nothing. Okay, let the proof be in the pudding, as they say. And
his lawyers were like, can you please stop promising these people things? You're already being sued for not keeping these promises. Shut up, man.
Part of this is learning by your mistakes. Okay, that is also part of this journey of ONPASSIVE. He mentioned it, didn't he, on Friday, that he has learned an awful lot over the course of the last 4-6 months. And this is part of the strategy, as far as I'm concerned now, is that he wants to get everything right and then release it, and it will get the desired effect. What is that desired effect? And that is
like he has to be silent in order to get it right.
is to almost shock people, to bring a big wow factor.
Has he just been rage baiting us this whole time, Red? Lord. Gosh, Red, come on, man. It's like you know better.
To the industry. We all know now how quickly things go as far as the internet is concerned. Look at DeepSeek, for instance, when that was released by China. Within 24 hours, okay, it overtook and surpassed what ChatGPT has been doing within 24 hours. That is the power and speed of how things can change. That is how things can accelerate with the internet space now.
No, Red, you're missing something. Now, the reason why DeepSeek worked so well and got so popular and did what it did is because it came out and it did more than the other AIs, and it cost less to run. Okay? It has a selling point to it. Do you understand? It has things that the other companies don't do. And they figured out how to do it so that it would be cheaper, which means that the stockholders get to make more money off of it. Right? So that's kind of why it did so well. Red is taking this, and everyone in ONPASSIVE is taking this DeepSeek thing, right? And they're going, oh, because they did that by releasing an AI product, that means that's what we'll do with our AI product, right? They're missing the part where this company is another company that's been working on this for a long time. And yeah, they came up out of nowhere, but they came with something to offer that the other things did not have. And that's how it took over the market. And we've been trying to explain this to them. Myself, the recovering Hunbot, Spencer, we've been saying, yo, you can't just come out here with crap and then expect it to take over. You have to offer something that's better than what is already out there in order to make even a splash in this industry, let alone take over it. And like DeepSeek didn't fully take over, right? It just kind of took over quite a large portion of it. And there's a lot there that, you know, people want to work with in future. But it's like, that does not now, it's like Red sees them do this and sees like, oh my God, and they forced $94 billion have been lost by other companies because of it, blah, blah, blah. And automatically he goes, oh, well, this is why they're trying to stop us, because Ash is going to do this exact same thing. And it's like, no. Ash's products are based off of the products that are already out there. The only thing that Ash offered that no other company was offering was a video conferencing app that would have 10,000 users, and that's not going to be anymore. And nobody asked for that. That's not something that people actually want. That's, again, the part you're missing. Your selling point was something that nobody will ever need and no one asked for. Making AI cheaper, having the production costs be cheaper to do more things, all of the companies want that. You know? Like, that's all of their goals. So when this one comes out and does it, they all go, whoa, what the hell? And then the customers go, hey, that's awesome. And then the stockholders go, hey, we can make more money. And then more people buy in. You know? ONPASSIVE's not going to have that effect. Number one, you don't have stockholders, so there's that. Number two, again, no products. And the ones you did have, you were just using the AI feature. It's not like you were actually going to revolutionize AI, which is another difference. All right, they came out with an AI. ONPASSIVE isn't doing that. They're like, we're coming out with these products that already exist in the market, and it's going to use AI to make cool features with them. It's a big difference, Red. Not at all the same. And I know you guys are like, oh, well, we're an AI ML company, blah, 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 blah. But like, technically, you're not. You're a software company that uses AI in your software, you know? So it's not at all the same.
Don't forget, people are internet savvy now. Those that are online, I would imagine minimum of 70% of those people are pretty internet savvy. What do I mean by internet savvy? They know their way around a laptop. They certainly know their way around a mobile phone. They know how to access Google. They use Siri. They can get information instantly. And that means that snowball effect happens very, very quickly as far as...
It has nothing to do with why they... Again, it's like Red wants to ignore their product that they came with. And why? And he wants to just say, oh, it's because people are using the internet. They're tech savvy. So now it's really popular. It's like, what are you talking about?
As online is concerned. This is a positive, of course. It also means that bad news travels quickly too. But as far as what we are after in ONPASSIVE, the effect of good news and the new OES system 2.0, whatever you want to call it, that is, he wants that to hit the road, all bells and whistles going and causing a bit of a wave, and we want to ride that internet wave that is going to happen.
Yeah, but again, if you're not coming with a good surfboard, then you don't get to ride the waves, Red. Lord.
As Gina Lever says, we will go viral. Okay, that is the intention. I'm convinced of it, of what our CEO, Ash Mufareh, is doing. He's staying silent.
Hey, no. See, this is what bothers me. You already had your chance to go viral. No. You came out with your O Connect in September of 2023, and you said, we're going to go viral now. And then it didn't go viral. So now you're like, oh, that never happened. Never happened. Just don't pay attention to that. Nope. Don't use that as an example to see what the future would be for us, of course. That would be awful because not even all our people bought the O Connect. So we can't be honest about how we didn't go viral and how that was a huge fail, even after all that marketing. So now it's like, that never happened. So now in future, we're going to go viral. And it's like, no, you already fucked that up. And that should tell you, Red, since you didn't go viral that time, why do you think you would go viral doing the exact same thing in future? When more time has passed and the product's going to suck more. Like, come on, man. Come on. We're quoting Gene now, right? You know things have gotten desperate when you're quoting Gene Oliva, of all people.
He's not saying anything, and then he's going to come out and say, right, it's ready. This is what you have to do. And part of that is because of everything that's gone on. We've had an awful lot of adversity as far as business is concerned. So the best way to protect the business going forward is certainly to keep that strategy of silence so that you can use it to your advantage. Let people talk, let people surmise, let people have their ideas and all the rest of it.
Hold on. No. Just a few moments ago, you said Ash was staying silent to stop people from talking and spreading misinformation. Now you're like, oh, just let people spread it. It's fine. Let them talk. Like, again, which one is it? How do all of you keep contradicting yourself in the exact same live stream? I don't understand. Like, how? How do you say something and literally say the exact opposite 10 minutes later? Like, this hasn't even been 10 minutes. This has only been like 5 minutes. Not even. Come on, man. Come on.
And then you come in with what you've got, and then there is the proof. Okay. It really is, for me, one of the best courses of actions that he could take, because let's face it, many people who try to defend themselves, be it right or be it wrong, end up not convincing the person they're trying to anyway. So the best course of action is to say nothing, because regardless of what you are going to say is not going to change people's opinion of what they already think. You only have to look at politics today. You know, people have got their opinion of politics, haven't they? And it's very difficult to try and change that opinion that somebody has. When somebody has an opinion of somebody or a business or of anything else like that, regardless of how much you protect.
I don't just have an opinion, though. Like, I have evidence and proof that this is a scam.
Test it, regardless of how much you say about it, it's not going to change what they already think. So that is certainly, I believe.
It is true. You won't change any of our minds. But it's funny that Red doesn't think that he's also talking to people that might be doubting a little bit that are in on passive, you know?
Been his best strategy is to say nothing. Has it been stressful for us who are on the ONPASSIVE journey? Yeah, of course it has, because we like to see CEO Ash Mufareh. We like to have that connection with him, and that is seeing him on a regular basis. But we also like to have information. We also like to have news when we do see him. And if he hasn't got anything to tell us because there's no timings that he can give us that are set in stone, then the best course of action is for him to say nothing. Now, when we do see him, boy, do we get a good lift, a good.
Now, this is important. So it's kind of funny, Red going, oh, well, if he doesn't have anything to update us with, like, why would he come and talk to us? And I mean, that's why I've been wondering why he's talking to us since June, Red. Like, he's just been saying the same thing on repeat every time he comes. But then he goes on to talk about basically the high that they all get from him coming and speaking to him. And, like, it's what I've been trying to explain to you guys as well, right? Is that when he shows up, they get, like, this weird, I don't you know how like people get like this euphoria after they go to their MLM conferences. They get that same thing when Ash shows up on a webinar now. It's that same sort of effect. And it, you know, motivates them to work harder in their business. Not that that means doing anything. But it's just so interesting to hear Red describe that from his point of view, you know, like how he describes it for everyone.
Action is for him to say nothing. Now, when we do see him, boy, do we get a good lift, a good buzz. That's for sure. We certainly get energized once again, don't we, of why we are here and why we are in ONPASSIVE. He certainly solidifies, for me anyway, the reasons why I am still on this journey. He gets me hyped up once again in that belief of what is possible in ONPASSIVE, you know, and this is why I love seeing this guy on a regular basis. But I also understand
it's like a high, and it's almost just as addicting.
The strategy behind his silence. I also understand that the most important thing is to make sure that when we go live again, then we are...
The dogs are trying to warn us.
Up to speed. We certainly are good to go, and there's no setbacks. That's the most important thing. We're not going to get a second bite of this cherry at all. You know,
that's a weird way of putting it. A second bite of this cherry. But yeah. That's there you go. Even Red says it. We get this high. He makes us motivated again. Gets us energized. So I like to see him. That's why if he doesn't show up for a month or two, right? I feel like they're like, hey, you got to come on. People are losing momentum. You got to come on and give them momentum back, you know?
It has to work as he's said it's going to. It has to do the things that he says it's going to do.
Yeah, because everything now is strategically planned by Ash Mufareh. Now all of a sudden, he's a business genius. And all of this was a plan. This is how it was supposed to go, you know? He was breaking the law on purpose so that, you know, all the bad apples would leave. That makes sense. Of course. And it's been delayed for 7 years on purpose because it just wasn't the right time, you know? Just like how releasing O-Connect in 2020 wouldn't have been the right time. It was because of timing. It had nothing to do with it. In fact, it didn't exist. And he had no technicians working on it before then. No, it was all just strategic timing. You know, he'll release ONPASSIVE when the world is ready for ONPASSIVE.
And that really is important. And I'm sure he knows that. I'm convinced he understands all of that as well. Also, I would recommend that you go and listen to him.
It's kind of funny that Red thinks that he would understand that more than Ash, though. Low key, that's what he said there. He's like, I understand that. And I think he does. For those that don't know, Red was on the 360, a show with Marty DeGarmo and Chris Johnson. And they used to have Ash on quite often. And the show ended because Red was asking too many questions. Giving a little too much pushback, you know, and he got a little bit demoted. And now there's no longer that show. And now Ash only goes on Marty and Chris's. Really. I mean, he did the sitting in the chair thing with Red, but I don't know if they are where they were before, you know? I don't know if they'll ever get back there for Red.
Again, I listened to him again today, by the way, on Friday. When we saw on Friday, that's 3 times now that I've listened to it. And each time I have listened to him, I pick up another little bit that I didn't pick up before. I really got the impression that he is prepping us, that he is...
Oh, he's prepping you, all right.
Getting us ready for...
Doomsday? This thing really does run like a doomsday cult.
Something. What that timeline's going to be, I don't know.
I'm a little worried what he's getting you all ready for, to be honest. Because I'm like, if it's not a business, then what?
But again, you have to read between the lines a little bit. Why come on now and speak the way he was speaking about what he was saying?
So mysterious.
It makes sense if there is going to be something very shortly. And he said that as well on Friday. He said the secret is not going to be there for much longer. It is going to be told. All of this points to something's going to be happening shortly. What it is, I don't know. It might just be the opening of what is going to happen. It might just be a timeline of what is going to happen. I don't know.
Poor Red over here, still hopeful.
But one thing's for sure is I certainly got the impression from him on Friday that he was getting us ready for something is going to happen.
I hope it's the launch, because like I can't think of what else it would be. Honestly, though, with everything going on and all the religion coming into this, it is a little bit scary hearing them talk like this. I won't lie. You're a little bit like, I hope it's launch. Otherwise, what are we talking about here, right? Yeah, because everything else Ash has said has been spot on, and there's always stuff happening in ONPASSIVE, right? All the time. All this stuff behind the scenes going forward. Everything's fine.
And that's going to be there. I don't know.
Red doesn't know what's going on. He even says, it's like, I'm going to talk to you for 20 minutes about what I think is going on. And then at the end of it all, I'm going to say, what's going on? I don't know.
Let's keep on plugging in. Let's keep on moving forward. You should all now be extremely confident that something is positive is going to happen very shortly. We should all be confident about that now.
I don't know why. I don't know why, because again, like I said, Ash just came out and said the exact same thing he's been saying every other time he's come out since June, since everything crashed. Like, don't worry, it'll be soon. We're doing it all behind the scenes. We're fixing it all up. We're getting it all back. It'll be soon. Have patience. I'll tell you everything in the future. Don't worry. You know? It's like, Lord. Hello. Good to see you. Redford removed someone who was talking negative in the chat area on that day, which is crazy, and they think they're perfect, and people will follow them? Yep. Yep, you're not allowed to even ask a question in the chat. Like, if you go into the chat and you're like, okay, but when is it going to launch? Even that alone will have him remove you. Or Tanya or Jean or John Barilla will remove you. Shortly, a few more years can pass. Yeah, right. Don't worry, be happy. That's right. Don't worry, be happy. And above all, remember that you do not panic.
Don't panic.
And of course, you always need to.
Stop going there.
That's right. That's right. So that's all I could take from Red. That's about all I can take from him this week. I was like, thanks for that, Red. That was motivational or something, I'm sure, for somebody. But I did find it very interesting to hear him talking about that high that they get. And how when Ash shows up, it gives them their motivation and their energy. And it's something that we've talked about on here about how I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So it's interesting when Red does come out and say, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. I experience it all the time. And then I rewatch it a bunch of times, which is kind of crazy. Like, I usually watch it when it happens. I'll play it for you guys. And I usually do, you know, pick up on some things maybe I didn't see when it happens, you know, the original time I watch it. But then after that, like, I don't watch it again unless we're going to go back in time and watch the MASH in future, you know? I don't know why they sit here just to feel good and pretend like they're getting something new out of it. But they just watch him on repeat. And it's like, whatever, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm losing some motivation. Gonna go watch Ashmu Farah's speech from last week. And it's like, I guess if that does it for you, but I don't know why. It's all the same bull. Red's weekly recap was replaced with Marty's country commissions. Advertisers were complaining. That's right. Poor Red. No more apples. Cherries are the new apples. That was weird. I don't even know what that was about. So I'm like, okay. All right. Day helps for some, remember? Yep. And vibe for some. So we have made it to the end of our FriYAY with my Sayers and it. I know it's a little sad saying that, but we've been going for 3.5 hours. So hopefully you don't mind that we've made it to the end now, and you're probably all like, I'm ready to go relax and get ready for bed, because that's what I'll be doing after this, because it's like 7 p.m. here. But I thought that we would, of course, finish this off with, because we didn't have a poem this week, not a good one anyway that I could find. And I can't do them all every week. Otherwise, you guys are going to be coming to every FriYAY. It'll be very repetitive if it's the same thing every week. So we got to switch it up, you know? Red, nothing at all about this makes sense. Just stop, right? It's like he's just trying to hold on. But, of course, I thought we would finish off this FriYAY with the Sayers and Nay with a fabulous, amazing story. A story time from ONPASSIVE. That's right. A wonderful story time. A nighttime story. That's right, Joe. So get comfy, you know, cozy up, and get ready for a wonderful story time from ONPASSIVE. Today's story comes with a picture. Almost like a picture book, but only with one picture. Sorry to disappoint. And it is this meme, which I showed to you guys a little while ago. It did make it into one of our meme reviews. So you have seen it before. CEO mindset. Dream big, let people think you are crazy. So as you see, very much the theme of ONPASSIVE, always. And trust me, people do think that they're crazy. And today's story is brought to us by Carol Lefrancois. Good old Carol. I have a story for you. Angel. Smiley face. I don't know what that one would be. I'm sorry. My dad was in vending for several years before retiring from ISU's building maintenance department. He drove a route every day and serviced vending machines all over town. His job was to keep them filled, clean, and maintained. He would take me with him sometimes. Things were different back then, and bosses were a little more relaxed about driving your kid around town in a van filled with goodies. I guess so, right? What kind of goodies? Did he have candy in that van? Because it's a little sus. I was literally a kid in a candy store. Oh my. But this wasn't just any candy store. Oh no. This store traveled all over town, maintaining smaller stores that sold products using automation. Oh my. You mean that they used automation even back then? Now, I was just a kid, and I didn't know anything about automation at the time. I just loved traveling around town with my dad, passing out goodies all day. That's all I needed to put me on top of the world. Times were so simple back then. Ah, nostalgia. Today, I was thinking about having that time. Now it's not time, it's in quotations. I don't know what happened. That time with my dad and how truly priceless that was. My dad was the best. He was cool as a cucumber and a great example. No Marty DeGarmo, I'm sure. He was also a lot of fun, and I truly miss those days and many others we shared together. Now, I was lucky to be able to do that because most kids at that time didn't get that privilege. I thought you said that all of the jobs were lax. Anyway, and I do realize just how fortunate I was. That got me thinking about time freedom. Of course it did. My dad was able to earn an income while he spent time with me. Isn't that what we're looking for? Isn't that what makes it an investment or a security? How would you like more time to do the things you really want to be doing? Would you like to make a job replacing income? What if you had automation working for you instead of trading your life away just so you can provide basic needs for your family? Something to think about, isn't it? Is it ever something to think about? Remember, let people think you're crazy. Just let them think that, Carol. Just let them think that. And that is it for this week. A story time from ONPASSIVE. Now says, what? This isn't Man Rob. No. He hasn't been posting. Hasn't been posting as much lately. You know, if they don't post the stories, I can't bring them to you. And we've gone through a couple of their whole catalogs at this point, all right? I'm cuddled up in bed, anti-bed queen, ready for my story. Filling cigarette machines? Maybe. Nuh-uh, this story not so relaxing. I like how it started off as a story, and then it turned into a sales pitch, as it usually does. Time freedom escapes me. I like it. And I hope that all of you liked this week's FriYAY with the Sayers of Nay. That is it. That is all I have for you today. And of course, as you saw, the theme was very much about how Ash being silent was all a strategy, apparently, and how great Ash is, and how it is coming any day now. Any day now, with a lot of faith manipulation. You know, it's always a lot of faith manipulation. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your FriYAY, my Sayers of Nay, and everyone else out there. In order to be a Sayer of Nay, all you have to do is come to the streams. That's it. You just have to come and hang out. And then you are automatically one. Or you can think about joining our fabulous, amazing members, all of the beautiful people do. And every little bit that you send this way goes right back into the channel and makes it so that I can continue putting on these streams for you every FriYAY to celebrate my Sayers of Nay. So again, have an amazing rest of your FriYAY and an amazing rest of your weekends. And I will see you all on Monday for MLM Monday. Again, there might be a video depending on how busy I am this weekend. I am working on a lot of things behind the scenes. So there is a lot of stuff coming in terms of videos that I am working on. Don't you worry. This year is going to start to be really jam-packed. Don't worry, okay? I got lots of stuff going on for the future. I love all of your faces, and I'll see you Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, and like always, we're in it to win it. Take it away, Mr. Level.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's the call.
My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought out. Her debate was screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but only what you do. Okay? Let's go to Tanja. All right, no joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to Crazy and talking about their experiences. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Have a great weekend, everyone!
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Tanja.